At California Psychics, we know that sometimes you can wake up thinking,
I don't know if I'm in the right career. Ew. Or the right relationship.
but whatever your life dilemma, at California Psychics, we'll give you the guidance you need to feel certain about your life choices. And because we only connect you with the very best, we guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. California Psychics. Call 1-800-PREDICT today and get 20 minutes for just $20.
It's always been diet and exercise. Why not diet, exercise, brush, and floss? Or how about diet, exercise, brush, floss, and see your dentist for regular exams? It may not roll off the tongue, but there are far worse things that could be rolling off your tongue, right down to your heart. Like the very same bacteria that's linked to heart disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's, and more. And by the way, to find a dentist nearby, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today and learn more about how oral health links to overall wellness so you can live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed. Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, it's easy to connect to vibrant destinations across Europe. Whether you're sipping espresso in stylish Milan or raising a stein at Oktoberfest in Munich, Condor makes your journey just as enjoyable as your destination. With spacious cabins and relaxing service, your vacation starts the moment you board. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, I'm pretty sure that no one wants to be attacked by a lion. The problem is the lions have not gotten the memo. In the last few days, a lion attacked a woman in Pakistan and her kids. Another lion attacked a man in Turkey, and now Australia is getting into the act. A woman there, she had her arm torn off by a lion at the zoo. As Ted and I were discussing earlier, zoo officials said we're not sure why it happened, so we're going to help them out because it's a goddamn lion. That is why I ripped her arm off. Nevertheless, we now go to Florida, where a surfer was attacked by a shark, which bit his arm. Now, unlike the woman in Australia, he gets to keep his arm, and he's expected to make a full recovery. In fact, he wants to get out surfing again just as soon as possible. At least that's what everyone's saying on his behalf. No exact quote from him. Now, the same cannot be said for a man in Italy. He was not attacked by an animal, but he was sucked into a jet engine when he wandered a little too close to the plane preparing for takeoff. And if you're wondering what happens when you get sucked into a jet engine, other than spraying out of the back like a Jell-O mold, 19 flights were canceled. Oh, I'm just trying to do the... Hey, look, I'm not trying to be insensitive. I'm just saying, one guy got sucked into an engine, and now my flight's been not delayed. It's been canceled. Just saying. Anyway, you ever heard of a hose?
Damn.
Oh, okay. What would you use to clean them up? You got a wet vacuum, you got a hose.
You're not wrong, man. It's just not exactly sensitive to say, hey, hose them off and let's get the next plane going.
I'm not trying to be insensitive. I'm just saying, when you are now literally a pile of goo, you can shovel him into a bucket, you can shop vac his ass up, or you can hose him down.
I am with you. Like, we could just get the next plane going.
That's all I'm saying.
He's not going anywhere.
I'm here for efficiency. But anyway, all these things are things that you really hope to never experience. And yes, all these were very dramatic examples of things going wrong, but even little things can remind us that we don't want to experience it a second time. For example, early this morning, a local man, he pooped his bed in his sleep. It's that simple. Pooped his bed in his sleep. There's no danger. He was never in danger, just the annoying mess, and you have to clean it up. That local man's name, by the way, is Miles Montgomery. Yep. And he will regale us with the story of Metamucil and sleep a little bit later. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Good times.
Well, like I said, we can't always avoid bad things, but we will make the effort to avoid having bad things happen twice. And that's what today's question is all about, man. Whether it's a big deal or a small deal, today we want to know, what do you hope never happens to you again? That is our question of the day, brought to you by our friends at Advanced Hair Restoration.
Be part of the big show. Call 206-803-ROCK. Like KISW on Facebook, follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live. And send those emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com.
Hey, I'm gum disease. You may know me by my formal name, periodontal disease. No? I can't believe this. No respect. Same story everywhere I go. Over half of all adults in America live with me, and they act like they don't even know I exist. I mean, come on. Whole body health? I am gum disease. I am literally linked to almost every major disease. Diabetes, heart disease, Alzheimer's. You can't just ignore me.
Find a dentist near you committed to caring about all of you. Visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, it's easy to connect to vibrant destinations across Europe. Whether you're sipping espresso in stylish Milan or raising a stein at Oktoberfest in Munich, Condor makes your journey just as enjoyable as your destination. With spacious cabins and relaxing service, your vacation starts the moment you board. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today. Ready for non-stop fun and huge rewards? Head over to the beautiful Grand Casino Shoreline. Experience thrilling Vegas-style table games. You could win up to $1,000 in free play every hour, every day from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Enjoy half off daily happy hours from 3 to 7 p.m. and 10 to midnight. Prime Rib Fridays for just $24.99, plus live music Friday and Saturday night. Grand Casino, a smoke-free environment. Just off Aurora, open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Details at grandcasinogaming.com.
Hi, I'm Kristen Bell, and if you know my husband Dax, then you also know he loves shopping for a car. Selling a car? Not so much.
We're really doing this, huh?
Thankfully, Carvana makes it easy. Answer a few questions, put in your VIN or license, and done. We sold ours in minutes this morning, and they'll come pick it up and pay us this afternoon.
Bye-bye, truckie.
Of course, we kept the favorite.
Hello, other truckie.
Sell your car with Carvana today. Terms and conditions apply.
You're young. You don't go to the doctor that often, yet health insurance is still so expensive. If your health insurance costs too much, maybe you should switch to an affordable alternative. Take charge of your health with Christian Healthcare Ministries. CHM offers programs starting under $100 per month. Check off the boxes of affordable, faith-based healthcare and get back to what you really love, running your business or caring for your kids, and have peace of mind while doing it. Visit chministries.org/value to enroll today.
Dawn, you're listening to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Oh, Pacholas, away we go. Welcome to the 20th anniversary season, episode number 4,348. What a large and in charge program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat. Once again, joined by Taryn Daly and Steve Miggs from the Daily Miggs Morning Show. And we will sit and spin. Today, we deal with the heat and 10 hot songs as we made it to July.
What do hot songs mean? Like songs about
songs
the heat?
About the heat.
Okay.
Like The Heat Is On, Glenn Fry.
The Heat Is On. What a terrible song.
I don't think that song's
I
on
love
the
that
list.
song.
Real, God
I
damn,
know.
I swear to God, every song I hate you love. It's just,
It's
it's how it
Yeah.
works.
It's hot stuff from Donna Summer. Not on the list.
Okay.
But, Mike, I believe you have reconfigured this list.
Well, the thing is that it gets a little bit too easy. So the segment's not gonna last as long. So in an effort to make it a little bit more challenging, I've taken the vocals out of it.
So now you got to figure out the song based on the music instead of
purely
the people singing.
Yeah, purely the instrumental version.
Heat of the moment.
That's right. We will sit and spin coming up at 4:30 on the program.
Hot
and
stuff.
today we're going to talk about things that we all hope never happens again to us personally.
Yeah.
And we've all been through different things where unique experiences, and you think to yourself, this only happens to me.
Mm-hmm.
And not all the time a good thing. So I've always said this one theory to be correct, in my mind.
All right.
You can slip on a fart, but most of the time, it is during your waking hours.
I agree with that
You are
100%.
conscious, you push, you do the thing, it's a slip, it is accidental. But for some reason, my brain used to tell me that if I was asleep, somehow this brain of mine was a genius, and it would never allow that to happen while I was sleeping.
Because that's what the human brain does. Think about it. How many people, you wake up in the middle of the night, I got to pee. You might debate it for a few minutes, but chances are eventually you drag yourself out of bed and you pee. Because your brain has told you, like, look, man, I gave you a dream that you're about to pee yourself. You woke up, you know you had to pee. Get out of bed and pee. When it comes to pooping, I feel like I can wake up at 4 in the morning. I know I got to poop, but I don't sweat pooping myself. Like, I'm going back to bed. If it's not diarrhea or something, like, don't worry about it. And when you wake up, it's still there waiting for you. I have never worried about pooping myself.
So I did. So we were gone all last week. And the one thing that I forgot, because I knew as soon as I got on the airplane, I'm like, you know what? I forgot something. Just not sure what that is. So what I forgot was Metamucil.
All right.
So I went 8 days without taking any Metamucil. I take one of those every single day. Keeps me regular, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Does your body rely on it now? Because you've been religious with this stuff.
Well, it helps
forever.
me because of the fact that I had a hemorrhoidectomy a number of years ago, blah, 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 blah. So I kind of just got on the routine with it. So I get home on Sunday, and I feel like I'm just like, oh, I'm loaded. I take a Metamucil in the afternoon. Then I take one the following morning. All right. So yesterday morning, before we came into work, I took a Metamucil. All right. Now, last night, I took another one. But I also had to take some medication that I've never taken before because I needed to take it for a doctor's appointment.
Does this medication lead to...
It definitely figures into what happened.
Okay.
It figures in big time. So I take these drugs, and then I take the Metamucil, not thinking about it, and I go to bed at about 11.
All right.
And at 1:30, I can vividly remember just trying to push out a regular old fart. That was not a regular old fart. I mean, it was wow. So, I mean, to the point where like I needed to get out of bed real quick. I needed to jump in the shower. I needed to change my sheets. I needed to wash my comforter. So here I am without a comforter because I threw that in the washing machine first. So now I can
It's
just
a nice summer night.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I just get my little throw blanket. I'm good to go. But to make your bed at 1:30 in the morning,
no.
To start a load of laundry, to realize that you have done this,
you pooped yourself
while I'm sleeping of all times.
Do you think a barrier between you and the sheets would have helped?
What do you mean? Like
a pair of mesh shorts?
Okay.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that medicine just is
loosens it all up.
Yeah. It was wow. I was like, damn, man. So that sucked. So then, of course, after I wash myself off, shower myself, throw laundry in, now it's like 2:15, 2:30 in the morning.
Wide awake?
I'm wide awake.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there. And I got to wake up at 6 to get to the doctor and all this crap. And I'm just like, oh, my God. Like, this is how my day is going to start.
Oh, yes.
That is the first time I have slipped before while awake. I have never slipped in the middle of the night by pushing out a fart. So I hope to God, I believe that will never happen to me again based on that medication.
Well, now you know. Either take Metamucil or the medication, but not both.
Yeah, that was rocket fuel, man. I mean, whatever the hell that was intense.
But at least you can figure out the reasoning behind it. As opposed to just being like, oh, I'm in my 50s. I guess I pooped my bed.
I guess this is the way it's going to be. I'll just get one of those plastic, covers that keep the bed bugs out.
Right.
Just so I don't ruin my mattress.
Closest I've gotten to that, and it wasn't a matter of being asleep. It's when you're in that weird, like drunk sleepwalking kind of thing.
Yeah.
You got hammered, you go to bed, at some point you wake up, and things just don't make sense to you. So I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm trying to poop, and now my wife's yelling at me. And this really annoys me because I just hear her in the dark going, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm taking an S." She said, "You're sitting in the bedroom chair." I'm like, "Oh, my God, hey."
So you were actually going to go number 2 in the chair?
Yeah, because in my mind, remember I kept peeing in my own laundry basket and I couldn't figure out what was going on.
That was in our apartment.
Yeah. And then you wake up halfway through it and you realize for the last 2 nights at that point, it's my third night in a row, I've been thinking that my laundry basket's the toilet, but it started making sense to me. I go, okay, there is no leak. I'm an idiot. But the poop thing, same thing. I sat in this chair. I assume I just thought it was a toilet. And then my wife manages to catch this before I did anything. But you're right there. And that's why I was so annoyed. Like, why are you fucking pooping? Why do you care?
Here's some logistics on that apartment, by the way. So Ted and I take the back bedrooms. It's a 3-bedroom apartment. Ted and I share a bathroom. Now we have this little tiny shower. And, man, if someone would just take a sip of water, it would cook you.
What's the hottest shower
like a Pittsburgh steak. Oh, yeah. I mean, like you were thrown into a kiln. That's how hot this water got.
Because you would tell each other, hey, man. Yeah, I'm taking a shower. Like, seriously,
please
don't
nobody
brush your
do
teeth.
anything.
Nothing.
Yes. So
you'd also forget though, because you just don't think about the fact that if I just brush my teeth or get a cup of water, it's going to scorch somebody in the shower.
Man, yeah. Well, whatever the deal was, so Ted and I had the crappy little bathroom that was by the entrance door.
Yeah.
My hair is standing up because I'm just thinking about the times I got caught in there when it turned scorching.
Mike, we're not kidding. I cannot
explain
explain how hot this thing was.
The door moved. Okay, I've never seen this in my life. The shower door pushed in.
So if you try to get out, you
still can't pull. You can't get yourself out of. Like it wasn't like you could just evacuate and push out.
Oh, no.
And there was no room in the shower.
It pushed in.
You couldn't avoid water. If you're in the shower and the water's on, you're getting wet.
Okay.
Period.
So, but Steve, who's trying to poop and pee in his basket,
I only tried to pee in a basket.
He had the master bedroom.
Yeah.
Which had a huge ass shower, which had its own toilet, its own sink. He had a bathtub, like a jacuzzi
Like a
tub.
soaking tub.
Oh, dude, that thing
in
is
the
great.
middle of the room. It was like a honeymoon suite.
Yeah.
He had his own bathroom, but yet he peed in the basket like 4 nights in a row.
Only 3.
Could not figure out where the smell
was coming from.
Well, the clothes were damp, right? And I'm like, what the hell? And so I kept looking at the ceiling and the closet because I'm like, obviously there is a leak, right? There's no reason or what. And there are no water stains. There is nothing to indicate what the problem is. So I kind of pushed the basket back a little bit. I'm like, whatever, got to go to work. Next morning I get up. My clothes are wet again, but the basket's in the same closet, but in a different place. But none of the clothes hanging up on the sides are wet. And I still cannot find a water stain. And I'm like, I don't understand. Like, I am not going crazy. My clothes are obviously wet, but there's no source of a leak. It was night 3. You just kind of sort of wake up out of your haze, and I'm just straight up peeing on top of my own clothes. And I'm like, okay, I am the problem here. I have done this 3 nights in a row. Well, we were drinking pretty heavy then, man. We just got into town, go to the Quarter Lounge, just get pissed drunk. Yeah, so 3 nights in a row. I peed on an ex-girlfriend. Same thing. Got out of bed. In my mind, I'm in the bathroom, and I hear her just going, what the F are you doing? All I had done is gotten out of bed, turned around, and then peed back on the bed, but I'm peeing into the spot where she's otherwise trying to sleep. Like, my bad. I'm not being mean. I'm going to go ahead to the bathroom now.
Damn.
Sorry.
So, what do you hope never happens to you again? We start with this story. A guy in Thailand shared a photo on Facebook after his wife swallowed a fish bone, but she forgot all about it until one day she figured out what was going on. The bone came out of the side of her neck. Now, it was about 1 inch long, and she felt it as soon as she swallowed and went to the ER. But they couldn't see anything in the x-rays, so they basically just sent her home. I don't know how they didn't see anything in the x-rays.
It's a fish bone in your throat.
So she assumed the bone had maybe dislodged and got into her stomach. She did have a sore throat, but figured it was just residual pain.
Yeah.
Then 2 weeks later, she noticed a spot on the right side of her neck, and it kind of looked swollen. So she thought maybe it's like a thyroid thing. So she went back to the hospital, but a second round of x-rays still did not show anything. So they gave her some pain meds.
Wow, X-ray machine.
And sent her home again. Well, I mean, a fish bone is clear.
Yeah, but it's an X-ray.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
I don't know.
An X-ray.
So she didn't realize it was the bone until she was applying a pain patch they gave her, pushed down on her neck, and one end of the bone popped out. She went back to the ER a third time, and they finally yanked the bone out. Now, her doctor said they'd never seen anything like it. She told reporters she's planning to avoid fish for a while, possibly forever, which is hard to do if you live in Thailand.
Did you see the picture of that, Mike?
No.
So, I mean, obviously it's the third time she went to the hospital, but I know the X-ray machine could not find it. But when you're looking at it, it's not like a little bit is sticking out. Like, there's a bone sticking out of this woman's neck.
Yeah.
Very disconcerting. You ever had a fish bone go down your throat, man?
I have not. I've heard a horror story about somebody who did a shot with a shard of glass from that shot in the glass. And that was one of the worst stories. It's back to the barbecue metal wire brush.
Right.
Kind of
a piece
situation.
that stuck into the
that if you happen to get that in your throat. So there's a number of things, but it was equal to that, or even maybe worse than
I've done a fishbone, not nearly her situation, and I was just a kid. And maybe it depends on the kid. Maybe I was just stupid, but I don't remember the fish we were eating. I was maybe 7, and it was super bony. I do remember that. And like any kid, you got a fork and knife, you're trying to work it out. And my parents kept saying, like, look, man, you got to dig the meat from between the bones. And as a kid, you did your best, but as most kids do and things like that, you did a miserable job. And I remember swallowing this bone, and it's not that I was super panicked. Like, you feel it go down. I know it made it to my stomach, right? But when my father realized what I had done, he's not a man given to panic, right? But suddenly his fork and knife are down on the plate, and he's just staring at me. And then he and my mom give each other that telltale glance, that parents do. You don't think your kid is vibing with what's going on. Trust me. they know the S is kind of hitting the fan. You're just trying to be cool.
Right.
I was so panicked about that. And then again, my father, who does not panic much, probably bugged me once every 20 minutes to ask me how I'm feeling. So then at that point as a kid, I'm like, I'm going to die. The problem is going to my brother, 5 years older, considerably smarter, but still a child, does not know everything. So he guesstimated that it'll probably kill me in my sleep. And I mean, I'm just laying.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. But he wasn't even trying to be mean. He's just, well, you swallowed it. And they say all these different things can happen, right? It's going to perforate.
You and your
this
mother.
we can't help it. If we bring up my brother and we quote the man.
Does he know this?
Yes.
He does know
We've
this.
done it to him. So even when you
He
talk
does
to
not know. He does not know this.
He does.
This is like the nickname that no one knows about.
Yeah,
No, but it's his
knows.
brother,
We
so he
can't-
knows.
And we don't do it to be mean. It's just our go-to. So even when we say, hey, dude, we saw you call, I don't know, the Chicago Bears game, and there's a terrible call, and but you went out there, and it sounded pretty authoritative, and it's holding. And so you realize you're doing it in front of him. Maybe he's kind of like...
Does he just... Is he...
I think he's like ear blind to it because we always do it and there's no malicious intent. I don't think like he hears it anymore. It's like walking to your own home. You don't know what your house smells like because your nose blind to it.
Yeah,
I think he doesn't hear it, but I think if you guys did it, he'd probably get pissed. Like, what the F is that, man?
Do you think he could do like Molly Hatchet at karaoke?
Yes. Yeah. I would've said, don't try to sing. Just do spoken word.
Frog it out. NFL film should get a conversation with him and Mahomes.
Oh, God almighty. But close your eyes. Is this a real NFL Films? Is this the Muppets?
A bunch of lightning when I was in Bend, Oregon, talking to people down there, and we had to get off the golf course, go to the bar, which was not the worst thing in the world.
You must go to the bar
because it was just packed. It was packed.
Get off the course.
You go to the bar.
You go to the bar.
It was just kind of understood. Like, just get off the course, go to the bar. So go to the bar and talking to this dude. I'm like, I have been hit by lightning before, so I'm glad we got off the golf course. So I told that story to that guy, and that is one that I hope, no one ever has to experience.
Yeah.
But that was one.
Have you ever heard anyone say, I was struck by lightning deep down? I hope it happens again.
No, and that's why I was so happy when they ran that siren off. I'm like, let's get the F out of here right now. Seriously, right now, because we don't live in an area up here where we really, once a year, twice a year, we'll get some lightning. It always happens at weird times, like December at night or some strange
I think
crap.
last summer we got one big one like in August or something.
Well, same thing in Florida, man. Like I said, we had to leave the water park, not because of the rain, but because of the lightning. Look, we're closing the park. It's like 3:30. Thunderstorm. Our flight was delayed by 3 hours, much like you, Miles, at the golf course. I told my wife, I'm going to go to the bar until they tell us we're leaving.
Yeah.
The lightning was unreal, but every day that we were in Orlando, there was a lightning storm at some point. Just as a guarantee.
Every day.
And nobody there even bats an eye. And when there's lightning here, you're like, come outside, dude, you got to see this. It's great.
Yeah.
I told you when I was like 13 or 14, right? Playing Babe Ruth baseball. You played Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. The entire season. Every Tuesday night game, you'd warm up, thunderstorm would show up, game gets canceled. Right. And I remember my brother was coaching, and I said, can we just not warm up today? Like, we know.
Get as many innings in as we can.
But that was the problem. We never started these games. You would just go through all the warm-ups. So finally, I was like, why are we warming up? We all know that storm's going to be here at 5:55. Game's supposed to start at 6. Mm-hmm. Right. It's like, let's just not warm up.
I tried to explain this to my wife. We got to the airport, and when we're trying to figure out what time we must get to the airport in Orlando, obviously she wants to be prepared. We should get there early. We did negotiate. I said, look, man, we it's 20 minutes away. We do not need to be there that early, blah, blah, blah. And I said, besides, in the history of mankind, the flight's not going to leave on time. I don't know why it's going to be delayed, but it's going to be delayed. So we get there. When we get there, it's on time. She's kind of smug about it. By the time we got to the gate, already been delayed. I'm going to the bar. She's like, fine, just come back in like 30 minutes. I'm like, cool. So she texts me.
That's a lot of time for danger.
She knows this. So I walk back down because at this point, I don't realize it's been delayed again. For some reason, I don't know. I said, I am going back to the bar. She's like, fine. About 30 minutes pass, and I get a text from her. She's like, just stay there because now basically it hasn't quite been canceled, but the lightning storm came in, and we had about another 2.5 hours of that. So me and the bartender made great friends.
Nice.
And then I slept pretty much the entire flight back.
Nice.
Yeah, worked out perfect.
What do you hope never happens to you again? 206-803-ROCK.
Hey, I'm gum disease. You may know me by my formal name, periodontal disease. No? I can't believe this. No respect. Same story everywhere I go. Over half of all adults in America live with me, and they act like they don't even know I exist. I mean, come on. Whole body health? I am gum disease. I am literally linked to almost every major disease. Diabetes, heart disease, Alzheimer's. You can't just ignore me.
Find a dentist near you committed to caring about all of you. Visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Fly Condor Airlines nonstop to Frankfurt and connect effortlessly to most European destinations. Relax and start your vacation in comfort. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today and book your next adventure. Ready for non-stop fun and huge rewards? Head over to the beautiful Grand Casino Shoreline. Experience thrilling Vegas-style table games. You could win up to $1,000 in free play every hour, every day from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Enjoy half off daily happy hours from 3 to 7 p.m. and 10 to midnight. Prime Rib Fridays for just $24.99, plus live music Friday and Saturday night. Grand Casino, a smoke-free environment. Just off Aurora, open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Details at grandcasinogaming.com.
Thanks for selling your car to Carvana. Here's your check.
Whoa, when did I get here?
What do you mean?
I swear it was just moments ago that I accepted a great offer from Carvana online. I must have time traveled to the future.
It was just moments ago. We do same-day pickup. Here's your check for that great offer.
It is the future.
It's the present and just the convenience of Carvana. Sorry to blow your mind.
It's all good. Happens all the time.
Sell your car the convenient way to
Carvana.
Pickup times may vary and fees may apply.
Healthcare is complicated. It doesn't have to be. If you don't love how your health insurance works, maybe it's time to leave traditional health insurance behind. Take charge of your healthcare with Christian Healthcare Ministries. CHM offers you flexibility. Enroll anytime, choose your own provider, and select the program that fits your needs and budget. CHM is the original faith-based way of taking care of your medical bill costs. Learn more at chministries.org/enroll.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK from the Pinky's Plumbing Studio. You're in the men's room.
20 years on the Rock and the Men's Room World Tour rolls on Saturday, July 19th. Not this Saturday, but the following Saturday. From 2 to 5 at the Tracyton Movie House in Bremerton. Join us for an absolutely free party. We'll have the Men's Room IPA, the 20th anniversary lager from Black Raven, and the Men's Room beer brats from Uli's. By the way, kids are allowed at this thing.
Yes, indeed.
Apparently they got an arcade, they got pinball, they got whatever they got. Skee ball in there.
Kid-friendly stuff. That's right. Which means dude-friendly stuff.
Which means I'll be having a couple beers and playing games.
That is precisely what that means, Miles.
Join us at the Tracyton Movie House in Bremerton, July 19th. That is a Saturday from 2 until 5. All the details at KISW.com. Our question, what do you hope never happens to you again? 206-803-ROCK.
Couple of quick texts here. It says, I hope I never experience testicular torsion again, and I pray that no man ever has to feel it again. And speaking on behalf of every man, we agree. I don't want to tumble down concrete stairs again. I literally saw stars swirling around my head. That'll do it. And then there's this one. When I was younger, I contracted gonorrhea twice. I've been married for 20 years now, so I should never get it again. At least I hope I never get it.
Golly.
I mean, I guess
that's the one that burns.
I've never had gonorrhea.
I've heard.
And I'm not bragging. But I just... What exactly is that? The one where there is also visual evidence, the cottage cheesy drippy?
Yeah, that is correct.
Oh,
yeah.
How long before symptoms show up? So, in other words, you had sex,
man,
and then
next day.
Really?
Yeah.
And so you know who the culprit is.
You do.
And do you reach out to them?
You can't believe that they didn't know it.
Do you think they knew it?
Well, sometimes you're a carrier and you don't really exhibit the symptoms.
Gotcha.
So those people, that's the danger zone.
Did you let them know? Like, hey.
Me, personally?
Yeah.
I went to the doctor.
Well, I would go to the doctor, but I'd also tell them, like, hey, man.
That's when I took the motorcycle.
Yeah.
But isn't part of that story is like it was somebody's sister or something, so you couldn't really be like, hey.
That is correct.
There's an STD. You have an STD.
You don't tell him, but certainly her. Like, hey, man.
Well, we lived in the same house.
Oh.
So, yeah. I was like...
I don't know.
I have no idea, man. I had to go see Greg there at the General Hospital. Should have taken the motorcycle.
Mm-hmm. Hello, Terry. Welcome to the men's room.
Oh, it's actually Tim, but good enough.
Hola.
Tim, all right, Tim.
Sorry, Tim.
Mike still got Terry on his mind for the 4th of July.
I do.
Well, here's the worst thing that happened. Well, worst thing I can remember right away that happened to me. I had a bunch of buddies and my girlfriend at the time all in the car with me. We'd just left my house. We're heading to a party. We're maybe 5 minutes down the road. I had no idea this was coming, but suddenly it just hit me. I was like, I looked at my girlfriend. I was like, I got to go. And you know what I mean? I had to go. I pull over on the side of the highway, jump out, rip my pants down, and it's just, I start unleashing the demons. Right beside the highway, right beside all my friends. Cars are flying by, and I'm just right there pooping on the side of the road.
Did you get any honks?
No.
Okay.
I was feeling like you achieved something when you get the honk. How long were you out there, and then what did you clean up with?
I was out there for like maybe 7 minutes, and I lost both socks in this ordeal, and I did not make it to the party. After that hit me, I went home and went to bed.
Now, when you're, because to me, it's like, and I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about this, having not been in this position, but I pull over from the side of the road. I've got to go. It's understood. Even with other cars going by, it's not what you want to share. It's not what they want to see, but everyone understands. And you go, all right. But I feel like the moment that I have to wipe myself and I'm using a sock, for whatever reason, I feel like that's the more humiliating moment of all of this. If someone's driving by and I'm using my own socks to wipe my ass.
It's a smart move.
It is. It's brilliant.
I mean, it's better than ripping a sleeve off.
I agree with that.
It is, but yeah, and I think I get Thrill's point, though. Like, this is already bad, and now I'm wiping with a sock.
Yeah, I don't know why that's so much worse, but just in my mind, like, I would not feel bad if I saw someone pooping on the side of the road. I'd kind of chuckle, like, oh, man, he's having a bad day. Somehow with the sock, same scenario, but, like, I feel bad for this man. Yep. He's wiping his ass with his own socks.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just don't even. I was in a restaurant like a month ago, and I had made some poor choices that day, right? I don't know why.
What were the choices?
I was catching a flight and decided to have a shrimp cocktail for breakfast.
Okay.
That sounds great.
Hear me out. And then when I got down to California, we had In-N-Out for lunch.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
Then we went to dinner. By the time dinner was finished, I had to go. But this place is an old school place. And basically the bathroom is like a stall and a urinal. It's also, the town I was in is not super popular. This is the hot spot.
Yeah.
So I finally just looked at my book because they were like, should we go into the cool bar? And I go, I'm not going to make it. He's like, what? I said, I'm not going to make it. Like, this is inbound.
Right.
We need to get in the golf cart. Go home.
How far was he home from where you were?
I don't know, like a little 10-minute golf cart.
Okay, so it
ride.
wasn't the worst.
It wasn't. I made it, but the thing is, it's just like, it was so cramped in that bathroom. And you got to keep in mind, on the other side of this restaurant, there's, 100 people drinking.
Yeah.
So there's all this massive line. I did the math, and I was like, I have a better chance of making it back to the house than I do of getting into this bathroom.
My body works this way. If I have to pee, like really, really bad,
and
it's on, that pain, that feeling does not go away.
Mm-hmm.
But every once in a while, when I think I'm going to go number 2, and just like I get this horrible stomach pain,
it might subside.
It might for a minute.
Right.
It'll give you a break.
It buys you time.
You're right.
It
Where you
runs
think like,
interference.
Right. You think like, okay, I have a chance of making this one, but I can't do that with number 1.
I feel like
for number 1, when it's on, it just feels like
depends.
it's on.
I could tell this was going to be more of a Running Man type situation.
Yeah.
It was going to be solid. So I was like, we got to go. Because I would also say someplace you never want to be again is in a sports bar watching a massive fight, boxing match where the bathroom only has one toilet. I locked the door thinking I could get it done within 3 minutes. I was wrong. I was in there for 2 rounds. And when I got out, the looks of these dudes' faces, I thought they were going to kill me.
Yeah.
Dude, SeaTac, I don't remember where it is exactly, but they have these unisex bathrooms, which is fine, but they're public. So it can be anyone in there at any given time. And the stalls themselves have much better coverage than normal just men's or women's bathroom. But I did not realize that that's what this bathroom was. I'm looking for a bathroom. I got to poop bad. I know it's going to be awful. Finally, I see a dude kind of walk into this bathroom. But in my mind, I'm even thinking, man, I swear I just saw a lady walk out of there. Turns out both of these things are true. So I go into the bathroom, and I realize this is men's and women's. Generally speaking, I would not care, but based on what I had to do out of my body, I'm just like, whatever, man, just let her fly, right? So I just let it rip, making all the sound and fury. It is what it is. I'm pretty good about it until I open the stall door, and the only other person, there's other people in the bathroom, but the only person I see and our eyes meet for a second in the mirror is this lady who's washing her hands. And where the sink was that she's washing her hands is pretty much dead in front of the stall that I'm just making all that noise in.
Yeah.
And look, bodily functions happen. She's an adult, I'm an adult, and I still just felt so small. And like, it's just that half second of eye contact.
The fire department will tell you, look, you only can put 80 people in here.
Uh-huh.
So for me, you should have at least a couple of stalls per bathroom where you can use the bathroom if you need to sit down.
Yeah.
I think that's a fair assessment. I realize that most restaurants don't have those capabilities.
Sure.
And I know one that I go to all the time where I go to a breakfast spot down in Tacoma, and they have one sit-down unit.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, there's a bunch of old men in there. They're all drinking coffee. They're all eating breakfast. They're eating, steak and eggs. And that's a tough ticket. I mean, you got to be, you got guys in there reading newspapers. Like, where'd you get the newspaper?
Right, exactly.
Where did you get a newspaper? And they're in there taking their time, reading the newspaper. And you're like, oh my God, I'm going to drop one in the sink.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, dude, you gotta hustle the situation. Like, what was it, the Hard Rock here? I remember correct, they had 3 separate bathrooms, and they're all just, if you're in there by yourself, which most people prefer, but they're for either sex. And so there's just a line of men and women, and kind of the way it worked out, I just remember she was a brunette, kind of good looking, wearing
taller,
all red, but her hands are on her stomach. And I don't care who you are, it's a telltale sign. We understand what's going on there. And she's like 4 or 5 people in front of me. But I keep glancing over because she's looking less and less comfortable as she's waiting. So she finally gets into a bathroom. Keep in mind, there's 3 doors. But when I realize her hand has been on her gut the whole time, so all I can think to myself is, please, please, please do not make me follow this woman into this particular bathroom. And I got a 1 in 3 chance that that's going to happen. And guess what? I won the lottery.
Mm-hmm.
Door opens, I'm next in line, and she's walking out. And she just has that look of like poop defeat on her face. Like whatever happened in there, it needed to happen. She's not even happy about it. And I just remember rolling into that bathroom and closing the door. And keep in mind, when she walks out, we see each other. I go into this bathroom. I do not know what was going on with her, but it was bad in every sense of the word, right? I'm in and out. I just had to pee. Whatever. Trying to hold my breath the whole 9. Walk out of the bathroom, and as I'm walking back to our table, the way she's sitting, she's now facing the bathroom line, and we just lock eyes. And I don't know what my face looked like. You know what I mean? I hope it was all the sympathy I was trying to radiate.
Sorry.
She just looked beaten.
Did she have her head down?
No, but you could tell I was the last person she wanted to see. Only because
we
both know what happened in the stink transaction there, man. And I felt bad looking at her, but it's like, lady, you laid it the F down.
From a text, I don't want to fall in a hornet's hive and get stung 400 plus times again.
Why not?
Oh, which brings us to this story. An unusual attack by bees in the French town of Aurillac has left 24 people injured.
We will sting you.
Including 3 in critical condition. I guess this happened in South Central France. Passers-by were stung over a period of about 30 minutes on Sunday morning. Firefighters' medical teams were rushed to the scene to treat some of the victims. Police actually set up a security parameter until the bees stopped attacking people. 3 people were in critical condition. They were evacuated to a local hospital. Pierre Montier, the mayor, told the French Broadcasting Network the incident may have been related to Asian hornets that were threatening beehives that had been installed on the roof terrace of a downtown hotel over 10 years ago. They were going after the honey or the queen. I don't know.
So the bees have mistaken human beings for the Asian hornets and launched an attack?
I'm saying they're eating bananas.
That could be it.
He said that this had likely caused the bees to become aggressive. All ended well. Emergency services
There's 3 people in critical condition,
were perfectly coordinated. It could have been much, much serious. It's shocking. A 78-year-old was stung 25 times.
Damn. All right, so I'm a fireman. I'm at the fire department. I know that most of our calls are not fire-related. I do get that. But once you tell me, hey, man, it's bees, honestly, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? We can show up there. We got all this gear. We got all this stuff. Like, what do you want me to do about a swarm of bees attacking people?
Hose them down?
But with a fire hose?
It's been about 10 years for me.
Well, you're going to blow the lady over with the fire hose, but I don't know if I show up, there's just bees. There's no beekeeper. I don't know what else to do.
That's what I mean. Like, hey, man, as a fireman, in this particular scenario, I know exactly as much as the average person, which is nothing. I don't know how to make bees stop swarming. I got a thicker coat than most people. I probably have more protection, but
you got stung lately, though, right?
Yeah, it happens with frequency now because me and the kid are always outside, either throwing a ball or the basketball. Actually, when I first got the basketball hoop, it's standalone, and it's a typical metal apparatus, if you will, but unless you put the caps on this thing, it's hollow on the inside. Never gave it a thought, didn't see why the caps would be important. And we're throwing the basketball, and we hit the backboard because we're throwing terribly, and it's bouncing off the rim, and you kind of hear this weird buzz, and then these bees freaking explode out of the back of this, and we realize, like they made a nest inside of this basketball hoop that we keep hitting with the basketball, and the bees are showing how much they don't enjoy that. So my kid had been terrified to get stung by bees at this point because he had never been stung by a bee. And I remember he looks at me, and there's just this cloud of bees around us, and he goes, "What do I do?" I said, "Run!" I mean, like, dude, run! And I get it, little kid, hey, parent, what is the proper thing? But I'm like, run. So we run in the house, pulled like 3 out of his hair. He got lit up pretty bad. Looking back, this was a good thing. Because now if we see a bee, he does not freak out. Because he'll even just say, like, Dad, it's one. Because his first experience, probably 5 or 6, just good stings, man. But we still don't mess with them. But I got stung earlier this year, and I get your first nice day. I'm like pulling weeds and all this crap in the garden. And you forget that other things live, in the bushes and all this, including a beehive. So I discovered that quickly. But it's like, okay, mental note, I'm going to leave those plants alone because I just got lit up. And it's weird because I got one sting, and then I feel like there were 8 other bees that like popped out and sting me, but I feel like it'd be like a group of dudes with their arms folded staring you down. Like, oh, which a bitch would, I'm like, I'm done, fellas. It's all good. Actually, last night I'm watering the plants. I don't know if they're mosquitoes, gnats, or whatever, but there were, quote unquote, no bugs out there really. And I hit this big ass bush with the hose, and every living thing in there that has 6 legs came flying out. It was horrible, man. Like, because they're all over you. None of them sting or bite or anything like that, but it's like I am standing in a swarm of whatever the F these things are. It is not cool. But yeah, stung by bees plenty. Bees, for me, hurt worse than yellow jackets. So the bees, they put the venom in, and the pain lasts maybe an hour after that. A yellow jacket is just, you're stabbed, and once they yank it out, it's done. So the problem is I can't tell the
So the ones that leave it in are not as bad?
No, the ones that leave it in are much worse for me, personally, the way my body reacts. I'm not quite allergic, but my body's hyper aware that it's been lit up. But I can't tell the difference between a bee and a yellow jacket if it's just buzzing around, right? So if it stings me, so if I get stung by a yellow jacket, I'm like, don't worry about it. It's like stubbing your toe. When the pain's done, it's done. If it's a bee, it's going to suck for like an hour, and I just don't want that, man. And then I find out it's a bee. Like, cool.
Yeah, last time I got stung by a bee, it was actually right out front of work. I was waiting. It was like a weekend, and I was just sitting there waiting for somebody to pick me up. And same thing, I'd had a banana in the morning and hadn't really thought
So
about
what is
it.
up with that? I've witnessed this.
They love them. But yeah, I mean, it stung me right in my hand, and luckily I could see it, so I yanked the stinger out as quick as I could. But you're right, there's like half an hour.
But so you could be walking with a banana. The bee will not sting you. It's when you eat it. Your body emits something.
Somebody said, because we asked about this, they said whatever the pheromone is in bananas, and I don't know why this is, but according to them, whatever the pheromone is in bananas, when bees smell it or whatever you do with pheromones exactly, it triggers an aggressive response. Like there's no in between. It triggers an aggressive response, and if you're the source of this, hey, bees come sting me pheromone, like they come after your ass. Right?
Oh, I witnessed it on a golf course. So I was telling Steve earlier, down in Palm Springs, went down there for a holiday, playing golf with these 3 other dudes, and somebody disturbed a nest, whatever the deal was. Now those guys had their own golf cart. All right, we were playing with 3 that day because they had 3 people. I'm a single, so I had my own golf cart. I'm by myself.
All right,
I am watching this swarm of bees. This one dude who had the single cart takes the hell off. Now he still has a banana in his cart. I don't know any of this.
Right.
Now the bees are attacking the other 2 dudes. So they drive off. And, I mean, I'm like, all right, I will get your clubs, dude. I will take your cart. The bees are all around me, but they're not even bothering me. They're not even looking at me. It was the craziest thing. There's a swarm of bees. These guys are running like, ah! And I'm like, all right, well, so I would individually take their carts, move them as I could, because there's people behind us, the whole deal. So I called into the pro shop and said, hey, man, let the people behind us know that there's a bee's nest, a swarm up here, man. They're attacking people. And he goes, yeah. He's like, man, they really won't bother you unless you've eaten a banana. We're trying to get rid of them. And I'm like, a banana? I was like, there's a banana in this golf cart I'm in right now. He's like, did you eat it? And I was like, no. And he's like, oh, you'll be fine. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. So it was nuts.
That is crazy.
So we get up to the next tee box, and the guy's like, man, did you get stung? And I'm like, no, dude, not at all. He's like, you didn't get stung once. And I'm like, no. I said, apparently they don't like white people. But he didn't know about the banana thing either. And I said, well, the guy at the pro shop
he didn't.
told me that if you eat a banana, man, you're just a target for it. He's like, I've never heard that. I'm like, I have never heard that in my life. I have no idea. He's like, and you guys all had bananas this morning? It's like, yeah. I'm like, oh my God. Because this is not one sting.
Right.
This is like 20. I mean, they got lit up. Legs,
so boats,
arms, heads.
Boats and golf courses. No bananas.
No bananas.
Don't eat banana. Yeah.
Our question, what do you hope never happens to you again? 206-803-ROCK.
It's always been diet and exercise. Why not diet, exercise, brush, and floss? Or how about diet, exercise, brush, floss, and see your dentist for regular exams? It may not roll off the tongue, but there are far worse things that could be rolling off your tongue, right down to your heart. Like the very same bacteria that's linked to heart disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's, and more. And by the way, to find a dentist nearby, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today. And learn more about how oral health links to overall wellness so you can live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed. Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Fly Condor Airlines nonstop to Frankfurt and connect effortlessly to most European destinations. Relax and start your vacation in comfort. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today and book your next adventure. Ready for non-stop fun and huge rewards? Head over to the beautiful Grand Casino Shoreline. Experience thrilling Vegas-style table games. You could win up to $1,000 in free play every hour, every day from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Enjoy half-off daily happy hours from 3 to 7 p.m. and 10 to midnight. Prime Rib Fridays for just $24.99, plus live music Friday and Saturday night. Grand Casino, a smoke-free environment. Just off Aurora, open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Details at GrandCasinoGaming.com.
Thanks for selling your car to Carvana. Here's your check.
Whoa, when did I get here?
What do you mean?
I swear it was just moments ago that I accepted a great offer from Carvana Online. I must have time traveled to the future.
It was just moments ago. We do same-day pickup. Here's your check for that great offer.
It is the future.
It's the present and just the convenience of Carvana. Sorry to blow your mind.
It's all good. Happens all the time.
Sell your car the convenient way to
Carvana.
Pickup times may vary and fees may apply.
When it comes to healthcare, you want an option that works for you. If your health insurance believes they know best, maybe you need an alternative that believes you should decide. Take charge of your healthcare with Christian Healthcare Ministries. With no provider network and the flexibility to join anytime, you choose what works for you and your family. Whether you're navigating the diaper stage, getting your kids ready for school, or planning for early retirement, CHM's comprehensive programs grow and go with you through all life's seasons. Enroll today by visiting chministries.org/total.
At California Psychics, we know that sometimes you can wake up thinking,
I don't know if I'm in the right career. Or the right relationship.
But whatever your life dilemma, at California Psychics, we'll give you the guidance you need to feel certain about your life choices. And because we only connect you with the very best, we guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. California Psychics. Call 1-800-PREDICT today and get 20 minutes for just $20.
Hey, I'm gum disease. You may know me by my formal name, periodontal disease. No? I can't believe this. No respect. Same story everywhere I go. Over half of all adults in America live with me, and they act like they don't even know I exist. I mean, come on. Whole body health? I am gum disease. I am literally linked to almost every major disease. Diabetes, heart disease, Alzheimer's. You can't just ignore me.
Find a dentist near you committed to caring about all of you. Visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, it's easy to connect to vibrant destinations across Europe. Whether you're sipping espresso in stylish Milan or raising a stein at Oktoberfest in Munich, Condor makes your journey just as enjoyable as your destination. With spacious cabins and relaxing service, your vacation starts the moment you board. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
KISW 6th Annual Kicks for Kids campaign is on, benefiting Mary's Place and the kids that need your help. So here's the deal. Kids out there need a new pair of shoes to go to school, and a lot of kids can't afford that. Now, Mary's Place, what they do is they offer a brand new pair of shoes for kids as they get set to go back to school. They can pick the make and the model. They can do Chucks or Vans or Nike or whatever they want. What are your kids into?
My daughter, Vans almost strictly, and it makes sense based on her personality. She can get all kinds of different designs. My son, either Nikes or Crocs.
All right.
And a whole
so
lot of
they're not into the Hoka world.
No,
like 10 and 9.
Well, no, you're old and your feet hurt. They don't have that problem yet, man.
Or they're not in college yet. My nephew loves them.
Oh, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's part of the reason I bought them.
And also, they don't have jobs.
By the way, you have helped raise $200,000 within the last 4 years, and that's a big deal. This year, we're looking at about $20,000. So you can donate now at KISW.com and help the kids and the folks at Mary's Place. Our question, what do you hope never happens to you again? 206-803-ROCK, and back to Florida. And New Smyrna Beach. We're talking about getting hit by lightning.
What's New Smyrna Beach's nickname?
That is the shark bite capital of the world.
That is your nickname. The shark bite capital of the world.
So,
what?
Well, I was going to say, like, we always kind of joke about that place, and then Cape Cod in recent years has had some attacks because of the repopulation of the seals. I kind of joked around before I left. I was like, I'm not scared. Everybody in my family made fun of me. Like, when I went swimming in the ocean, they were like, gee, we thought you were going to hurt your neck. You were just...
you were
on a swivel? On a swivel?
Yeah. I'm not scared.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would be too.
Yeah, just like, and they were like, that's on the outer beaches.
No,
There's
it's
sharks
not.
in here.
No,
but my
it's
cousin,
not.
she's just swimming, getting her laps in. And I guess I was just like, like
Was the water warm?
Not particularly. So that probably helped. But it's one of the warmer beaches.
Well, but the great white sharks love cold water.
Oh, well then, Jesus.
Yeah.
And your warm bees should have been a beacon.
That's why they're all over the coast of Oregon, Washington, British Columbia.
The other problem was it wasn't a very warm day.
Yeah.
Like it was cloudy and like just about 70, which was fine for me. And when we got there was other swimmers. By the time I got in there, everybody kind of gotten out. I was like, well, if a shark comes by, I'm kind of the only option.
Well, do they have like a time, right? They'll bring up like lions, right? It can happen any time, but dusk, dawn, this kind of thing. Like, do sharks have a preference for time, or are they just always looking for something?
I just feel like most predators prefer dusk or dawn.
Both human and animal, yes.
Well, I also wonder...
right, nobody goes hunting for deer in the middle of the day.
Okay, here's my question. Just like anything else, just like any other animal on this planet.
Yeah.
Other than like a bat, right? Or an owl, maybe. I don't know. I mean, what you see is what you see.
What do you mean?
Well, in the daytime, when it's light, you can see. When it's dark, you really can't see. Obviously, certain animals have a better ability to see at night.
But take like a lion, right? Even in the middle of the day, if they're standing in the tall grass, it could be 6 feet away from you. I mean, it's a high noon.
Right.
And you don't know until they poke their head out, right?
Now,
camo. And even one thing I did learn, I was always worried about tigers, right? Because they go like, look, they live in the jungle. They are orange. I'm like, how do animals?
Well, because their camo
see
works.
this thing. Because of the way the animals in the jungle see, believe it or not, what we see is orange. Most of the animals that live in the jungles where the tigers are see the orange as green. So now it basically has completely disappeared.
So my question is, with a shark, right? It's daytime, so they can see the water.
Well,
Now, when it's nighttime, can they see anything, or do they just detect movement and then go after whatever is moving in the water?
Thanks to Shark Week and whatever the hell the other one's called, Shark Fest. So my understanding is sharks, generally speaking, have pretty SE eyesight. Like if they were humans, you would take away the driver's license. But obviously they smell very well. But I guess basically the length of their body between the dark up top and the light on the bottom, it's almost like a giant ear, essentially. More electromagnetic kind of thing. But they're like, look, man, depending on the type of shark and how predatory they are, like, you can't even like move in the water without them being aware of where you are. It's like a dolphin, right? They can't see crap, but they can echolocate.
Well, but 5 feet away, most sharks, when they're going to getting ready to attack, they roll their eyes up and can't see.
Well, yeah.
So they're protecting their own eyes from whatever this could be.
Look, if you got eyes,
they just go and they don't really see what they're hitting. They're just hitting the movement. So they're not looking at it.
Correct.
They're just feeling it. And they've got that sense.
Does it make a difference what time they hunt, if that's the case?
Right, but if I mean, not really, but
Yeah, 'cause
maybe if they could see it was a boat, they wouldn't go after it at night, or during the day.
Apparently, they're better hunters at night. They have better vision.
So they do.
Really? So they're like cats.
Sharks have excellent night vision due to the reflective layer in their eyes called something I'm not going to pronounce.
Do apex predators have things that suck, right? So, like, I'm a tiger. I rule the jungle. And just as one more FU to all the other animals that I'm willing to eat, like, and also you can't see me. Right? Like, is there, like, a big, dumb apex predator? Like, listen, it's the dumbest thing you're ever going to experience, but if it gets a hold of you, it'll wipe you out.
Right.
You know, but it's like, oh, no, they can smell you from 100 miles away. They can hear this from 1,000 miles. They can see in the dark of night. Like, all these things, they can jump 18 feet up in the air. Like, is there just one that says, look, I will eat you if I get the chance to eat you, and nothing hunts me, but really, I am slow. I am stupid. You can't even wake me up if I'm sleeping hard. Like, why are...
Look, I watched this thing on Netflix last night about this woman who is like a shark whisperer.
No, she's not. She's a woman who has not been killed by sharks.
These are all tiger sharks. And tiger sharks in Hawaii, where she lives, they can be up to 18 feet.
Yeah.
They are huge. And they go right after her. And she pushes them away, nose by nose, turning around. They get their mouths open.
Yeah.
They're ready to eat her. And basically she's like, well, I'm a whisperer, and I flow, and I've got all these motions and all this stuff. I'm like, baby, there's a guy from NOAA telling you you're going to get eaten.
You're going to get
eaten.
You have not gotten eaten
So
yet.
we haven't seen the story yet. It's like somebody who does that wingsuit stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you've done it, 100 times. It's going to be 101.
Right.
This is not going to last forever. So I'm sure we're going to see a follow-up documentary on this. But either way, a 40-year-old man was surfing in Florida's New Smyrna Beach, which is, in fact, the shark bite capital of the world.
Keep in mind, this is the same world that has Australia.
Right.
And South Africa.
And South Africa,
And 2 weeks ago, a man was in knee-high water and got hit by lightning about 2 to 3 miles away.
Mm-hmm.
And he was on his honeymoon, and he passed. So, and he was doing this kind of in the evening at night. You're at New Smyrna Beach. This is the one beach in Florida where I go, like what you said in Cape Cod, I am not getting in the water.
No, Ted got in the water.
Well, but I'm not
He just
doing
kept
it.
his head on a swivel.
I was assured we were on one of the inside beaches. We were protected, but I was still scared. Is my point.
Yeah.
So you're right. If that beach might be one where I actually go,
No.
I don't think I'm getting in.
No.
Okay, so Matt Bender, all right, he is a well-known local surfer in the community.
Okay.
Like, he's one of the main guys. You know,
All right.
if there's 10 guys that go out every morning,
He's one of them.
he's one of those guys. He underwent surgery and was expected to recover, and he says, I'm going to surf again as soon as I can, according to his mom.
Again, I've not heard this quote from him, but other people are saying it.
Rumor said his hand was completely bitten off. Apparently, that was not true. But it is Florida's only second shark attack this year.
Okay.
So far, not so bad for there. But I'm telling you, man, that is one place. If you know anything, you can go to, if you've been there, there are no less than, 6 different shops. And you walk in, and they have a plethora of different size shark teeth that you can buy, either like a necklace, you can buy them loose. They have bins like if you were at a candy store.
And it's just full of shark teeth?
Full of shark teeth.
These are the ones we removed from everybody.
You walk right next door, they got another one, with thousands and thousands of these teeth. If you walked into one of those stores, you say to yourself, there's no goddamn way. I am not getting in the water here. But this guy did, and apparently it was, I guess, it attacked his hand, but he did not lose his hand.
All right.
Well, there's the famous girl, right? She got
Bethany Hamilton.
Right? She got her arm bitten off by a shark surfing when she was like 13 or something. She still surfs.
She still surfs.
Which is insane.
Yeah. I mean, credit
Yeah.
to her, man.
Now, this person actually lost their entire arm. They say if we haven't terrified you enough with our recent stories of lions on the attack, here's one more set in your average zoo.
Keep in mind, this is the third lion attack in 2 days, and this has been in 3 different countries.
Not to mention the bears. An Australian woman was watching animal keepers at work at the Darling Downs Zoo in Toowoomba, Queensland, Sunday morning before the zoo had opened. So she's there before the zoo had opened when she says she was somehow attacked by a lion. News outlets are reporting her arm was severed from her body. The 50-year-old was airlifted to a hospital in Brisbane, where she underwent surgery, listed in stable condition as of Sunday. In describing the incident, the zoo said the lioness inexplicably grabbed the arm of a much-loved member of the zoo's family. Now, she's identified as a school teacher, Joanne Cabin, who is sister and sister-in-law to zoo owners Stephanie and Steve Robinson, respectively. Again, the zoo was not open, but she is the sister of the people who own the place. Zoo said she'd watched animal keepers and worked many times over the past 2 decades, well-versed in safety protocols around potentially dangerous animals. Speaking to reporters outside the zoo, Steve Robinson said no one saw what happened, but it wasn't an attack because the lion was just playing. He noted the couple raised these lions ourselves, and we can still interact with them through the mesh of a cage. Either way, she lost her arm from the shoulder down.
Okay, Ted and I talked about this earlier. Because they're going, look, man, it's inexplicable. I'm like, well, the explanation is it's a lion. Beginning to end, that is your explanation for what happened. And they said it was playing. And I said, the thing is, like, if I play with my dog or my cat, right, they play different ways. But the dog, like most people's dogs, loves the tug-of-war thing. And in nature, right, if they're fighting for their food, that's what they're going to do. They play in line with what their instinct is. The cat, if I put, some little fuzzy thing hanging from the screen, the cat knows we're playing, but the cat is also honing its murder skills. So make that a lion. I understand.
But why doesn't the lion play with you a little bit? Just like any other cat. A cat, indoor or outdoor cat, will drag a baby bird inside. It'll drag a little. It wants to show you.
It's just physically that much bigger. I do think the lion was playing. It just happened to rip her arm off.
Remember when Ted took your Transformer?
Yes.
Ted was not trying to break it, but
correct.
The thing broke. And I think if it's a lion,
much stronger,
and he's being playful. Just knowing the limited information I have about lions, even if they're playing, the difference between it and my house cat. My cat will do that quick thing with its paws where it's got grabbed you on both sides, just letting you know, like, I'm lightning fast, you're not. Well, a lion could also be playing and do that and rip your freaking arm off.
Yeah.
Because it's a lion.
Think about it like a sparring session with another adult. You're in the boxing gym, you both got headgear on. Now think about a sparring session with like a 7-year-old. You're just naturally going to ease up.
Right.
Right? Probably let the kid get some shots in, maybe give him one like
we think that
20% little tap. Right, but the lion just like, oh, playtime. I'll take this arm.
And again, keep in mind, they're saying that the lion was playing, but they also say in the same statement that no one witnessed what happened. So I'm like, look, you're trying to put a positive spin on your lion, and I got no problem with that. But you can't say what it was doing if you also say, we did not see what happened. The lion may have been like, bitch, I'm going to kill you.
Ask the woman who has her arm gone in the hospital exactly what happened.
How did the lion seem at the moment it ripped your arm off?
What do you hope never happens to you again? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Brian. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, how's it going?
Hola.
Hola.
So what do you hope never happens again?
Well, I was shot back in 1992, I think it was. I wish that never happened again.
Yeah.
Good call.
That makes sense. Where were you shot?
I'm from Dallas, Texas, and I lived in Texas till 90-something, whatever. But I grew up in like one of the seediest part of town, and I walked to a 7-Eleven, and before I could make it in the store, some people said, hey, come here. And I was gullible back then, kind of. And I went back there, and before they said, give me all your money, white boy. And before I said,
how do they know your name?
Quote.
Hey, come here. Give me all your money.
Boom. And hit me in the leg, and it went in and out, took my artery out, and I freaked out and screamed like a little, girl.
Yeah, but what do you mean? It took an artery out.
Got shot like a grown. Yeah. You screamed like a grown man who got shot.
So did you start bleeding pretty profusely because of that?
Oh yeah. I ran into the store miraculously. It felt like I was on fire. And the guy behind the register was ringing up people. There's a big line. And he just kind of pointed to the side over by the register on the back side so nobody saw me. And I went back there, and blood was just pumping out of my leg. Every heartbeat, blood was just flowing out of my leg.
So did you apply a tourniquet?
No, I didn't know better. I started going into shock. And the guy rang up everybody in the line and then called the freaking ambulance.
Damn. Well, that's service.
That is.
I mean, that's service. Hey, can I get a piece of pizza? Wait for it. Just hold on, buddy.
I feel like there are few people outside of a 7-Eleven cashier that keep that cool in that situation.
Right.
Like, yeah, buddy, you've been shot. Just hang, shut up.
It's like it happens all the time, I guess.
Okay.
I missed this part. Did you say you gave them the money and they still shot you, or you said
no? They never bothered to get the money. They shot me and then took off running. Like they got freaked out or something, and I ran into the store. I was just like right outside the store.
Now, were they able to, because the bullet left and exited, were they able to figure out what kind of bullet or what kind of gun was used?
They didn't even bother. By the time the ambulance got there and the police got there, and I was going into shock. They rushed me to the hospital, and I never saw a police officer after that. So.
Did you pass out?
No, I didn't. They kept me awake.
Okay, and they never caught these guys?
No, never did.
Damn. Okay.
Come on, man.
So, you said
you've lived in the city. You know that.
Yeah. So you said you felt like you were on fire. Is that your entire? Is that your entire body?
No, the leg. You know, the bullet. It felt like my leg was on fire. That's what the bullet shot feels like.
Now, how long did this pain stay with you? As far as you get to the hospital. I mean,
I can tell you another story that'll freak you out.
All right.
While I was in the hospital bleeding out on the gurney, I went to Parkland Hospital. That's where they put Kennedy when he got shot.
Yeah, they did a bang up job.
Yeah, but he was the president.
Yeah, I was on a gurney bleeding out, and I was out, kind of in and out, and I saw like a nurse's assistant or something come and draw up something like they're giving like a pain shot or something, and I thought, oh, good, finally I'll get something to, that I could get some relief. And the dude hit himself.
Oh.
That's how bad it was.
He's getting himself junked up. Like, sorry, you're in pain, brother, but I'm going to go ahead.
Oh, you're telling me this guy stole your medication?
I don't know if it was mine or not, but he drew up a syringe full of whatever he was drawing up, and I thought it was for me.
It was.
He banged himself and went back to work.
What part?
Wow.
I just got to know. What part of Dallas to avoid? What part of Dallas was this?
Between the 7-Eleven cashiers.
Oak Cliff, just outside of downtown. It's kind of like, it's pretty rough. It was pretty rough.
Yeah, now, we're getting that, man.
Is that your cue to maybe live somewhere else?
Well, not. You would think it would teach me a lesson, but I just kept on going full blast. But for about another 2 years, then I had my daughter. Thank God. It slowed me down a little bit, and now I live in Oregon. I lived in Oregon, now I live in Seattle.
But you weren't running that fast. You were just in a 7, regardless of what you were doing in your personal.
You went to 7-Eleven.
You were just in a retail place trying to buy something.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like you were up to no good.
No, yeah, kind of, not really. I was going to the store to get a big gulp.
Classic.
My man just wanted a big gulp.
But it was you've never seen these people before.
No, never have.
Okay.
Never have.
So it wasn't personal.
Never did, never have.
I mean, take it personally.
I think I made like a 3-sentence notice in the paper like 3 days later.
Okay.
Well, that's what I lived in Baltimore, and it got to the point in the 80s, the murder rate was so high that I'm pretty sure they just called it natural causes. Like, I was shot in the head, natural causes. But you're right. You got a small blurb. It didn't even. You'd watch the local news and they talk about whatever weather's coming or so and so got in a car accident. Like, oh yeah, 9 people were shot. 7 of them died in East Baltimore.
So this has nothing to do with your situation. But I had
the doctors made me sign my leg away before they operated, which I did, and I woke up 9 hours later. It took 9 hours. They had pulled veins out of one leg and put in the other, and my leg was still there.
Wow. And
it took me 3 weeks to learn how to walk again, and I still have a limp to this day.
Okay.
And that was like...
So when I got my scooter stolen in front of my house, it took about 3 weeks for them to find that thing. But during those 3 weeks, no matter where I was, my eyes were open for that scooter.
Yeah.
And it never went away. Like, I was looking someone would buzz by me in a scooter. I'd look and see what that scooter was. I'd see one parked. I'd look at it. I was always in the look. So after you get shot by someone, if you know what they look like and you're still in that neighborhood, you're still in that city, aren't you always on the lookout because the police didn't catch them? Aren't you always on the lookout for those guys?
Well, it kind of gave me PTSD, I guess. But, it's just something I have to grow out of. I also had an incident back when I was 15 years old, the second job I ever had. I worked at a grocery store. Well, let's go back a little further. The first job I had was at a grocery store. I was 15, and the second day I was there, the owner of the store shot somebody in the back of the head that was robbing the store.
Jesus!
And I was on my way into the store on a Sunday to go to work. So I go home. I didn't really grasp the whole situation, and so I get a job at the next grocery store down the road, which is about a mile and a half. The first week there, on a Sunday, I was out stocking groceries in the back, and they called me up to do a bag some groceries. And when I went around the corner, 2 black guys were there robbing the store. One of them grabbed me in a headlock, hit me over the head with a pistol, put me to the ground, gun to the head, and they demanded money. I was bleeding. I was mad. I was angry about the whole thing. And they got like $1,000 or whatever. I don't know what they got.
Did you tell the guy I'm 15 years old?
I could have been killed, you know? And
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, talk about PTSD.
Yeah, talk about leaving Texas, wherever you are.
Hey, man, look, East Coast, you name it. If that's what's going down, it's just what it is.
Our question, what do you hope never happens to you again? 206-803-ROCK.
Hey, I'm gum disease. You may know me by my formal name, periodontal disease. No? I can't believe this. No respect. Same story everywhere I go. Over half of all adults in America live with me, and they act like they don't even know I exist. I mean, come on. Whole body health? I am gum disease. I am literally linked to almost every major disease. Diabetes, heart disease, Alzheimer's. You can't just ignore me.
Find a dentist near you committed to caring about all of you. Visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Fly Condor Airlines nonstop to Frankfurt and connect effortlessly to most European destinations. Relax and start your vacation in comfort. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today and book your next adventure.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
You don't just live in your home. You live in your neighborhood as well. So when you're shopping for a home, you want to know as much about the area around it as possible. Luckily, Homes.com has got you covered. Each listing features a comprehensive neighborhood guide from local experts. Everything you'd ever want to know about a neighborhood, including the number of homes for sale, transportation, local amenities, cultural attractions, unique qualities, and even things like median lot size and a noise score. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Oh, hey.
Hey, thanks for meeting me here. It's just, you're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion. Do you see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there? That's all I paid for it.
Let me get back to you on that. Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on all Hyundai Santa Fe models. And check out our other great deals at your Hyundai dealer today. Offer ends September 2nd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Pinky's Plumbing Studio, you're in the men's room. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK.
Coming up, Tara Daly, Steve Mix from the Daily Mix Morning Show joining us. We will sit and spin at 4:30. We've got 10 hot songs.
Hot.
As we deal with the heat. That's coming up after emails on our question, what do you hope never happens to you again? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Lance. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey.
Hola.
Hola. Let me take this off a speaker here. What's up, guys?
How are you?
So, yeah, I got hit in the head with a pickaxe in 86 when I was 21.
And you're saying you don't want that to happen again. How'd you get hit in the head with a pickaxe?
Well, it was like a road rage thing. I mean, I hope it never happens again, but I'm not sorry it happened in the first place because it's basically my testimony. But you want me to tell you the story?
Yeah.
No. Just call and hang up. Yes, we will.
So here we go. So I'm driving down I-35, and I'm going north in Fort Worth, Texas, And
let's stay out of Texas, folks.
So it was a road rage deal. Anyway, so the guy at the time they were building up I-35 on both sides. So there's like a 35-foot retaining wall to the right, 2 lanes, fence, short fence, and then 2 lanes going south, and another 35-foot wall on the other side. This guy cut me off and braked his truck, and I was 21, so that was pretty fast. I mean, I did training for 26 years of my life, but this guy was out of his truck, hitting me through his window before I could get my seatbelt off. So now we start fighting, and one thing led to another. I mean, he's kicking my butt. And, I mean, I've got blood coming out of his ears. I heard his knee pop. I hit him with a perfect ridge hand. I mean, normally would have dropped any guy that I was fighting. I mean, I was fighting to, survive here. this guy was on something. He had to be on something because he wouldn't stop. So I ran to my truck, got my kendo stick out because I was taking kendo classes. I don't know if you know what a kendo stick is. It looks like a samurai sword. It's just cherry wood, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And he runs to his truck and gets a pickaxe. So
why would you have a pickaxe? I mean, are you digging for gold? What are you doing with a pickaxe in Texas?
Well, he was obviously a construction worker, right? You look like he could walk through a brick wall sober. And he was walking right through me. So anyway, so now I'm fighting the pig. And no problem. I'm quick. I can dodge the pickaxe. As he swings at me, I sidestep. He's pulling the thing out. It takes him 2 or 3 tugs to get it out of the hot pavement, the hot asphalt. And I'm
You didn't think to maybe whack the guy while he's trying to get the pickaxe?
Look, I'm tagging this guy in the back of the head. Now, listen, I mean, you guys got to understand. So 15 pounds of pressure right in the temple with a good snapshot with a kendo stick, it'll blow your head up like a watermelon. I knew that. I wasn't trying to kill him. But I did splintered that kendo stick from the meat of the blade down to where the hilt is all the way up about 15 inches. I hit him so hard. And he wouldn't stop. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to move in. I'm going to close, and I'm going to grab that pickaxe, and I'm just going to pommel him with the pommel of right in the snout, right, and take his weapon away. Well, I had a bad habit. 9 times out of 10, it was perfect, but that one time I hadn't broke yet, and I froze. I caught most of it on my forearm. God. So a simple fracture in my forearm, but poof, man. I mean, it was the deepest, darkest, blackest, dampest, most uncomfortable black I've ever seen in my life, and people were trying to pull me into this pit, man. And I felt the right hand on my left shoulder, and a voice said, "Son, you can lay there and die, or you can get up." I'm thinking, it sounded like my father, I was like, what the hell? And I looked around, and I saw the overalls, stiff up sandals, the tunic, and Jesus Christ standing right there next to me, and it was my Father in heaven. So I came to, and I was still squatting. There was nobody around me, and I drove myself to the hospital, still registered as the least amount of blood ever recorded, still conscious in John Peter Smith. 3 1/4 pints of blood. You're supposed to be dead less than 5. So, yeah, that's my story, man.
So they never caught this guy?
No, well, I did see him. My family went out to eat about a year and a half, 2 years later, at the steakhouse there in Fort Worth, Texas. And I saw his truck, and I remembered his license plate number. I blocked it out, but I remember saying it in the back of my head for you. You see, I'll never forget it. And I saw his truck. I said, okay, I'm taking you guys home. We're not going to go eat. And then, what's going on? I said, I'm just taking you home. We're not eating. So I took my wife and kid home, and I came back, and I waited for him. And when I saw him come out, he wasn't in good shape. He was walking with a cane. It looked like his equilibrium was all messed up, and just the thought of
probably was a guy hitting the back of the head with a kendo stick.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe it did some damage to the guy eventually.
Right.
And I just thought, vengeance is his. I'll just let him have it. It's not mine. So I just let him go.
So did you address him? Did you say anything to him?
No.
Like, remember me?
No.
See,
no, because if I would have went up to him, it wouldn't have been his vengeance. It would have been mine. Guaranteed. I let it go.
Yeah, I can understand that.
So what did they say in the hospital? Did they say you're lucky to be alive? How did you drive here?
So that was the weird thing is I went to the hospital. I couldn't find my way. I had to find I was there at the 76 station. I was like a block away. And that's when I started freaking out because I had to get a quarter to get in the bathroom, prop the door open with a 55-gallon drum, and then stop the bleeding, but I couldn't stop the bleeding. That's when I freaked out. I called my work and told them, I said, look, you need to call Thayer Lawler and get him over my supervisor, get him at 76 on 13th Street and I-35. I've been hitting the head with a pickaxe. And they were like, what happened? I'm like, just call him, So I'm there with my, putting pressure on it. And then when I went to the hospital, I was in ICU from like 8:30 in the morning till like 6 at night. Before my dad finally got there. And just before my dad got there, I knew I had to keep my blood level going slow. I soaked like 3 or 4 beds. And I watched people get stitched up all day long. And the nurse whispered my name, and I came to, and I sat up. I said, hey, what's going on? I'll be right back. And I said, no. And I reached out, and I grabbed her arm. I said, you don't understand. I can't last that much time. She goes, you're hurting me. I'm sorry. She goes, can you walk? And so I walked, and they x-rayed. They were going to stitch me up and send me home. My dad got there at 6 o'clock, started threatening, better take care of my boy. I'm like, thank God my dad's here. I could pass out now, right?
Yeah,
they flew Dr. LeBlanc from Parkside Hospital in Dallas on a care flight to John Petersmith, where I was, and he saved my life.
So the same hospital where their previous caller went in after he got shot is where the doctor came from to save your life.
Yes. Yeah, I heard that guy talking about the Dallas thing, and I was shot too once before. But anyway, that's
Jesus Christ, man.
I don't know.
All right. I don't know what goes on in Texas.
I live here in Washington State now.
Well, apparently
that's my testimony, man. That's how I didn't know if there was a guy at the time. I didn't care.
So,
but I found out then.
What is the correlation between bad things happening to you in Texas and people moving here?
I don't know.
I don't know.
So, okay.
All I know is I'm solid here. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm
no pickaxes to the head or nothing.
Why were you shot?
It was a carjacking.
Okay.
And
did you resist, or did they just open
Did you
fire?
get the car?
No, I didn't. I wasn't jacking the car. I was being jacked. Yeah. So it was not a good deal. I got shot in the leg below the knee, and yeah.
What kind of car did you have that they wanted to carjack you?
I was a Acura Vigor at the time, and it was all magged out and souped up. It was the 5-cylinder prototype Rally Sport motor in there that I had the turbo on it and all kinds of stuff done to it. And my fiance was in the car at the time, so I was actually not protecting the car. I was protecting her.
Were you in the car when you were shot?
No, I was standing outside the car when I saw the guy. And the guy had actually robbed a bank, Bank of America, right next door to Kmart. And I saw Meadow, and he had a bag. Now, look, if I wouldn't have got shot in the leg, I would have took the money and ran.
Okay. So, based on the fact that this guy robbed a bank, so they kind of maybe have an ID on him, maybe a license plate from a camera somewhere. Were they able to catch the guy that shot you?
Oh, I returned fire before he got a shot off.
Does that mean he's no longer around?
No longer, no.
Okay. So
Jesus, man.
All right. What a day.
Is he still there?
Yeah, he's still there. Yeah.
Just I have just completely ridiculous. I'm sound like Columbo. One more question. The steakhouse you ran into your attacker, was it Cattleman's down there in Fort Worth?
It was right there on I-35, just south of 20.
Did you start looking up steakhouses in the area?
This was a famous one.
It might be the Cattleman. I can't remember. You
That's
guys.
where Ted went with
exactly. Ooh, steakhouse.
Well, I think that's the famous one. Is they have that giant steak challenge.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, that's down that's Cattleman. I believe is in Cowtown itself, downtown, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
You ran into the guy. I was like,
the
it's
name
got
of
to
the
be
place. I
Cattleman's.
can't remember.
I don't want to hear anything else about being from Baltimore. Like, look, man, like I had my run-ins. There were things, right? I've been shot at, but I've never been shot. I certainly have not had a pickaxe to the head.
How many times have you been shot at?
3 times I can remember. 2 of them we kind of knew were coming.
Were they cops or were they other people?
No, it's other people. It wasn't cops. Because the cops make contact, they'll hit you. But the one time, right?
I mean, it's the truth.
Right.
Word to the wise.
The cops will hit you. The thugs won't so much. They're not that good if they're too far away. But there was a night, and this is for no reason at all. My buddy Leon and I were leaving the bar. It is at closing time. And at this point, this one particular area of Baltimore, kind of notoriously bad. It's between this area called Fells Point, which is kind of like Pioneer Square, and the Inner Harbor, which is like the waterfront. So imagine just kind of covering that distance. Okay. But it's now built up, and it's like, 4 or 5-star hotels, all this crap. But at the time, it's warehouses, and there were projects. But we would cut through there. I mean, because it was a straight
I've done that
line based on where we lived. Like, you literally, and it's only about 9 blocks. It's not like some big massive
But that was
thing.
where the projects were. Not projects, but...
no, they were projects, bro.
Yeah,
those
big brick buildings
they've since been torn down.
That's a good thing. Because
it's a very good thing.
It's right beside Little Italy.
Yeah. And we were walking basically from east to west. We lived in West Baltimore, Fells Point's on the east. No big deal. We do this walk all the time. And I did not see the guy initially. And Leon just grabs my arm. He goes, "Oh, man." He goes, "Stop." I'm like, "What?" And then you're keying off of a stop sign. We're like, "What?" And so we split up and take off running. And I think you only do this as a child or in your 20s. I can't imagine doing it now, given the circumstance. But you're running and laughing.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're, your adrenaline's going. And, like, I don't know who fired the shot. We don't know who this person was. We did no business there. There's nothing other than them saying you can't be here. But when we took off running, every once in a while, another shot would pop off. Right? And we're just like, what the hell, man? And so anyway, we kind of meet up on the other side of all these projects. We get there roughly at the same time. And we're just looking at each other like, what is that about? And Leon's like, dude, it has to be a warning shot. And I barely saw the guy, but in that second, like, you just saw the glint of his gun getting pulled out. I knew he was going to shoot at us. I'm like,
how far away was he?
For what? I guess a block and a half, maybe. But like I said, I did not see the guy. I heard the stop sign ping, and it's rocking back and forth, and clearly it is a gunshot. So we just, all right, man, just split, try to get back where we're going. And you hear him pop off a few more shots. I don't even know if any of the shots got close to me after that. You don't know. You're just running, and you hear the gunfire, And I'm like, what is that about? What just happened? We're walking home. We're not doing any. We weren't even particularly loud that night. You're just hammered and want to get home, but it will sober you up quick. I'm just like, Jesus Christ. Now, all that said, never took that route home again.
So what was the second time?
The second time was in high school, and this was actually in the high school. So pre-Columbine, at least in Baltimore, people got shot in high school all the time. Barely made the news, right? Because that's just how it was. And the 80s in Baltimore were really, really bad as far as that kind of thing goes. And a lot of kids, this is when they introduced Jordan's tennis shoes.
Yeah.
And they had to put out a PSA within about 2 days of these things being released, going, specifically, teen boys, do not wear these to high school. Now, keep in mind, I did not have Jordans. I did not care. That kind of thing just never mattered to me. But a lot of guys had them, and they were getting shot left and right for their tennis shoes. And
that and the starter jacket.
Say same thing had to be in D.C., I would assume, man. It was right. Just guys getting gunned down. Another time was a couple of hillbillies in South Baltimore, which has changed a lot since then. But back then, there were 2 areas of Baltimore you didn't go if you were black. There was a place called Hamden. You just didn't go. And South Baltimore was really bad. But the guys in South Baltimore, we were aware of who they were because we had attended high school with one of the guys that kind of rolled in that group. And without getting graphic, I had nothing to do with this, but that guy got his. That I know is a fact. Leon's like, yeah, I know who that dude is. And then it was no longer an issue, right? But yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but that said, this is all in your teen years. That's what's crazy looking back.
Almighty.
It's between the ages of like 14 and, up to like 20-something, but the 20-something was leaving the bar. The other 2 are kind of school-related, and it's just, there was nothing special about it because if you went to Baltimore City Public Schools, it's just another day.
Yeah,
I remember a kid getting the principal yelling at a kid because the kid opened his locker and his gun fell out. And the principal's coming down the hall, and it wasn't like you're suspended or getting expelled. It wasn't even come to my office. Hey, God damn it. Put that thing, you know better than to bring it to school. Oh, sorry, Dr. Lash, but that's the conversation. That's how much they cared.
Yeah, I never been shot at, but we definitely have been at a party, house party, especially in high school in PG County. It could be a little sketchy.
Yep.
Where shots rang out. We had to run.
That's like the closing time song.
Yeah. And then I remember
party
Bernie,
ends when the guns are fired.
Bernie used to drive his dad's Cadillac once in a while. And I remember his dad even saying, like, don't take these to the parties you guys are going to. Right. We, of course, did. It looked awesome. And we come out one day, and there's a dude stealing the rims off the Cadillac. Right? And you guys know Bernie. So he's not going to be quiet. MFer, you better get away from my car. And I'll never forget it. It was like the dude stood up in one motion, had the gun pulled, and had us pointed at us. And Bernie went from, you MFer to, you're good. And we just, I remember we walked in and said, I thought you guys were leaving. We're like, we're going to wait inside for another 20 minutes.
Let him steal the rims.
Let him steal the rims. And so we sat in there and we went, we could explain this.
So when you came out, there was no wheels in the car?
Just the rims.
Just the rims.
The rims were the
There
big
was a way
thing,
you
man.
could pop them all. I don't even remember, but it was a big thing. People would steal rims,
Hood ornaments.
fog lights, hood ornaments,
Those
the
were
Mercedes
huge,
ones.
man.
I mean, it was constant.
That's when they started embedding them more into the car. Because remember, everyone's hood ornament, stuck up on the front of the car.
Is that what happened to the hood ornament? Is that why they're no longer on cars anymore?
I'm assuming that's what it is. And look, there's nothing to verify this on. I make that assumption just
Lincoln had it. Cadillac had it.
just
Jaguar had it.
Based
Rolls Royce.
Based on where I was raised, I made the assumption that this is a nationwide thing, and that's why they started embedding. I don't know if that happened everywhere, if it was just like that Northeast kind of thing. They would steal anything they could steal, period, right? But so in my mind, that's why I don't know that to be true, but it made a lot of sense when they stopped putting the hood ornaments on cars. Like you said, if you had a Mercedes, you could brag about it, you could lock it up, you could put it in private, whatever. It's like, bro, That hood ornament's gone when you get up tomorrow. They're like, nah, man, it's going to be gone.
Is it
when
on
you
a
get up
necklace? Where does it go?
Everybody I knew, you would go, right, they would fashion it into a necklace.
Yeah, put it on a chain.
And it was like a big deal. But it was also a massive deal. Like, even one kid I remember in high school, his dad happened to work at a Mercedes dealership. So for his birthday one year, he got him like 2. And I think we went to 3 or 4 parties and somebody just yanked it off him.
That's what I was going to say. Wouldn't someone just want to steal the necklace?
Yes.
Because it's the finished product. You'd have to go through all the work. Now you can just take it off your neck.
I think it's like this endless thing. It's like stealing $1 million, right? Now, you don't get around to spending it, but you hide it in this place. Well, whoever finds it's taking it. And then someone sticks them up. And like somehow the $1 million never gets spent, but everyone who's aware that there's $1 million in this package takes it. So, right, from the time you stole the hood ornament fashioned to a necklace, like you said, you've done the hard part, bro. That chain's gone, and I guarantee you whoever snatched it off of his neck, someone snatched it off of his neck. There's always the bigger fish. Like, somebody ended up with a bunch of them, but I guarantee you got 3 days out of it before someone just snatched it off your neck. Damn. Even if you knew them. Like, it could be in high school and be one of those deals. Like, the guy that snatched it off your neck, Thaddeus comes to mind specifically. Not the guy who worked at Chi-Chi's who had his gun stolen.
I know one Thaddeus. He's a monster of a man.
This guy was really large, too. But he was the kind of guy. I never saw him snatch a necklace like that. But he's the guy to take anything from you and look at you and just be like, what are you going to do about it? And the simple answer was absolutely nothing. I'm just going to sit here and stew about it. Just like everybody else, man. You know goddamn well no one's going to challenge you to anything.
God. And we had no idea what was going on in Fort Worth.
I know.
We thought it was bad.
That's the one thing
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I've learned today.
It was nothing like that, man. Texas is going off.
That guy added, I've also been shocked. I was like, damn. And I don't know. That was just wild. I wasn't expecting that.
According to some people that have been here for the life, the hood ornament thing, it was a nationwide thing.
That had to have been.
Yeah, so I'm going to assume that's when they started embedding. Because the guy said, so people stole hood ornaments here too. Take them Benz logos, make a fatty necklace. Very common.
The Mercedes-Benz one was the holy grail.
Oh, yeah.
Because Jaguar always had them built in, so they were hard to get. But that Mercedes one.
I'm assuming you're trying to rip one off at some point.
You could just tell.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just saying.
What we learned today is Texas. How about that?
Yeah.
Texas.
Jesus. God damn.
The one guy almost sounded like a younger Willie Nelson telling the story, too.
I know.
Tara Daly, Steve Mix from the Daily Mix Morning Show joining us. Coming up, we'll sit and spin with 10 hot songs at 4:30 and your emails. On the way next to the men's room at KISW.com.
It's always been diet and exercise. Why not diet, exercise, brush, and floss? Or how about diet, exercise, brush, floss, and see your dentist for regular exams? It may not roll off the tongue, but there are far worse things that could be rolling off your tongue, right down to your heart. Like the very same bacteria that's linked to heart disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's, and more. And by the way, to find a dentist nearby, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today. And learn more about how oral health links to overall wellness so you can live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed. Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Fly Condor Airlines nonstop to Frankfurt and connect effortlessly to most European destinations. Relax and start your vacation in comfort. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today and book your next adventure.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
You don't just live in your home. You live in your neighborhood as well. So when you're shopping for a home, you want to know as much about the area around it as possible. Luckily, Homes.com has got you covered. Each listing features a comprehensive neighborhood guide from local experts. Everything you'd ever want to know about a neighborhood, including the number of homes for sale, transportation, local amenities, cultural attractions, unique qualities, and even things like median lot size and a noise score. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Oh, hey.
Hey, thanks for meeting me here. It's just, you're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion. Do you see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there? That's all I paid for it.
Let me get back to you on that. Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on all Hyundai Santa Fe models. And check out our other great deals at your Hyundai dealer today. Offer ends September 2nd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
If you're still waiting for a sign, here's another one. At California Psychics, we reject 98% of the psychics who apply to work for us. So we only connect you with the best. That's how we can guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. And right now, new customers receive 20 minutes for just $20. If that's not a sign, I don't know what is. Dramatic sound effect incoming. Experience the joy of certainty at CaliforniaPsychics.com.
It's always been diet and exercise. Why not diet, exercise, brush, and floss? Or how about diet, exercise, brush, floss, and see your dentist for regular exams? It may not roll off the tongue, but there are far worse things that could be rolling off your tongue, right down to your heart. Like the very same bacteria that's linked to heart disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's, and more. And by the way, to find a dentist nearby, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today and learn more about how oral health links to overall wellness so you can live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed. Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, it's easy to connect to vibrant destinations across Europe. Whether you're sipping espresso in stylish Milan or raising a stein at Oktoberfest in Munich, Condor makes your journey just as enjoyable as your destination. With spacious cabins and relaxing service, your vacation starts the moment you board. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Coming up, we're going to sit and spin, and based on the heat, we've got 10 hot songs on the way at 4:30. But first, time for a few emails to the men's room at KISW.com.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
Jumping into the birthdays brought to you by Men's Room Roasted Red Salsa from San Juan Salsa Company.
Dip responsibly.
All of Michelle is a crew at North 40 wants to wish our friend and co-worker, Macy, a very happy 28th birthday. Can we get her the longest fart in the world, a your penis is too small, big old bong rip, and a barbershop fish sandwich? Thanks, guys. That from Ben the Bowtech.
I think this is the longest one we got.
Jesus. Whoops. My bad. What was that animal that did that?
That was a hippo.
Oh,
that was the hippo
yeah,
farm.
Okay. That's when it's doing its little marking thing.
Is that where everyone backed up at the zoo?
They should have.
Yeah. Okay.
The key to that one is just the lady or the person at the end.
What was that?
Yeah, what was that?
Also a barbershop, but we can get one.
Oh, yeah, you bet.
Can I get a fish sandwich? Oh, you know I gotta eat right. Oh, brother, can I have a fish sandwich? You put the cheese and the tartar on the side.
You ever heard the little squeak at the end of that hippo fart, too?
Here, play it again.
Very end of it, ekes out just a little bit more. Wait for it. That's a little finisher there. Yeah. A little aftershock.
Good afternoon, gentlemen, from sunny.
That's what it sounded like after I had shrimp cocktail for breakfast, burgers for lunch, and then went to dinner.
Sounds like you're gently taking the air out of a balloon.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, gentlemen, from sunny San Diego, California. Today is my amazing wife, Christina's birthday. She's turning 32, does not look a day over 21. I believe that because I've been to San Diego.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Mother to Fiona Grace and Leland Graham. So in celebration, will you guys please play A Girl in Her Johnson, Time to Take Off the Leash, and Can the Dirty Germans talk about what her Navy deep sea diver is going to do to her tonight? Thanks, guys, and lots of love. That from Kyle.
Do your girl in your Johnson.
It's time to take off the leash.
Yeah, I guess you're feeling that tonight he'll be what we call the deep V diver.
Yeah, so you know, the thing is, if he's a deep sea diver, it's this time he'll put his personal oxygen tank thing in your mouth.
Yeah, he's going to go clamming.
Can you breathe under the water with that? Oh, it's the snorkel's full.
Birthday day, guys. Turning 45. Been listening from the beginning. Absolutely love you. Also wanted a birthday shout out, so I'm doing it myself. How about a fart montage and Coke Ted talking about what a teacher is supposed to do on a summer break? That from the lovely Colleen.
dinner, you're asking Coke Ted for advice, Coke Ted's gonna give it to you. First, we rage. Then we do stuff the kids can't do. You know what I'm saying? You sit in the bar at Red Robin, you're still coked out. You don't take naps because we're coked out. You do everything they hate. And then when they don't want to, you eat all the snacks because we came down.
Why would you do Coke and go to Red Robin? You don't eat anything.
They serve beer.
Oh.
And she could probably see her students on the other side and be like, ha, I'm not waiting.
All right, guys, here you go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Just remember, disclaimer. Regular Ted does not endorse any advice you get from Coke Ted. He's his own person. I don't know what he's telling you folks to do.
10 hot songs coming up with Sid Spence. We'll read you this email. It's Heat. Fellas, earlier I was catching up on the Odyssey app. You guys were talking about the hottest places you've been and how miserable they were. I could talk about visiting New Delhi or Bangkok and what that felt like. But the most memorable experience that Ted might appreciate is when I went to a musical festival called Splash House. It is a dance music event at 3 different hotels and their pools. They do it July, August in Palm Springs. Brilliant. Ooh. First of all, spraying mist on people in 110-degree weather does nothing but make it brutally humid and borderline dangerous. It actually was hard to breathe. So we basically did not hang at the pools, and we just stayed on our hotel balconies and partied in our rooms instead. But the craziest moment during the event was the after party at the Palm Springs airport right on the runway, outside of a hangar. Initially, it was amazing because the wind coming off of the landing commercial jets created a good breeze, keep everyone cool. It was also a sick backdrop. But at 11 o'clock at night, the airport and the runway closed. And somehow, at the exact same time, the winds coming over the mountains let up entirely, and the air went completely stale. The look on everyone's face was one to behold. It was instant pain. Every gorgeous person turned into a sweaty, disgusting mess. And half of the probably 5,000 in attendance went sprinting for Ubers, and the other half running for the bars. The poor bar staff were literally melting as they tried to get as many cold drinks out as possible while having no fans or anything to help them either. I might have been shrooming when this happened, and that only made it 10 times worse. I'll go back and do it all over again, though. It wasn't so expensive. Rock on, guys. That from Jonathan.
And in Palm Springs in August.
Yeah.
I mean, that is cooking.
Have you heard of that?
I was not familiar with
House?
that one. I just looked it up real quick. I was like, oh, that is in the heat of summer. Like, gracious. But it looks dope. If you're going back this year, go to that late night Diplo set for me.
And one more. Ola Macholas, my husband and I worked at Beer Star in White Center for a number of years,
nice.
all through COVID. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Beer Star. We didn't have a kitchen. We were allowed outside food in, and in the same building, there's a Little Woody's and a Zeke's Pizza, and we all shared a common bathroom. Now, there used to be a crawfish house across the street, and someone had eaten a mess of crawfish whole, like with the shells on, and they puked it all over the floor and the walls in the men's bathroom and on the rug outside of the bathroom. It was horrible. And to make matters worse, the tiles in the bathroom were those tiny, like, octagon tiles. It was a nightmare trying to get all of the bits out of the grout. We had to take turns cleaning it up while gagging and trying not to throw up ourselves. One of the worst things in my life that I have ever smelled. They threw the rug in the dumpster. That crawfish house is no longer there. And also, guys, thank you for all you do, and we love you guys. If you're ever in Vancouver, Washington, come see me and my husband, Jeremy, at Lewitt Brewing, Thursday through Sunday. Same hours, we're going to hook you up with some beers.
Oh, nice.
So cheers.
I would say, too, that on that customer, if you're feeling that sick, like I've been to Beer Star, like it's probably just as quick to walk outside as it was. I guess my point is, if you can't puke in a toilet, walk outside.
Go outside, yes.
Right? It's much easier to hose off than it is. They got the poor workers got to go in there.
Everyone is much more forgiving outdoors.
And you can feel your mouth sweat. It's coming.
Come to it, 5:08. We'll drink a toast with a shot of the day. But
It's always been diet and exercise. Why not diet, exercise, brush, and floss? Or how about diet, exercise, brush, floss, and see your dentist for regular exams? It may not roll off the tongue, but there are far worse things that could be rolling off your tongue, right down to your heart. like the very same bacteria that's linked to heart disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's, and more. And by the way, to find a dentist nearby, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today and learn more about how oral health links to overall wellness so you can live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed. Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, it's easy to connect to vibrant destinations across Europe. Whether you're sipping espresso in stylish Milan or raising a stein at Oktoberfest in Munich, Condor makes your journey just as enjoyable as your destination. With spacious cabins and relaxing service, your vacation starts the moment you board. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
Don't fight insurance companies' loan. Insurance companies have their claims adjusters and their lawyers trained to tell you no and to give you less. At Palace Law, our trained staff and team of trial lawyers turn no into yes and less into more. For 30 years, our only duty is to hold insurance companies accountable and to get you every last dollar you're entitled. Fighting for the injured on the job and off the job for 30 years. PalaceLaw.com.
Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill.
Coming up at 5:08, we'll drink a toast with a shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, a quick check on Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Well, thank you, Miles. Since they brought back the dire wolf, film director Peter Jackson is putting in a request that they bring back the moa next, a giant flightless bird once native to New Zealand.
He's putting in a request now.
Pretty much.
Oh, if you guys did that, I got a few extinct things I'll have to get rid of.
Well, when you got a name like Peter Jackson, you got a little bit more
It does help.
reach, you know. Not to mention the guy wrote Lord of the Rings, or directed Lord of the Rings,
yeah.
So, you know, he's got a...
This is a bad idea.
For the weird.
Yeah,
It's a bad idea.
I'm with Miles. Like, I don't know.
I don't care if it's a mole rat. Don't bring it back.
Has anybody seen Jurassic Park? Like any of them?
Yes.
Right. Do you know the origin story?
Sometimes dead is better.
Pet Cemetery.
There you go.
Yeah, the dire wolf, and then at this point, let's see if dragons are real. Let's make one.
Right.
I mean, look.
How could this go wrong?
I know you're excited to realize that you can do it.
Right.
But back to Jurassic Park, like Goldblum said, all right, you can.
Right.
But there's a reason nature selected them to not be.
Yeah.
Let nature run its course.
Even if Jeff Goldblum gives advice in a movie, take it.
Take it.
Yeah. Right. Again, it was literally said in the movie. Your scientists spent so much time figuring out if they could, they didn't stop to think of whether or not they should. Yes, right.
And then we
it was
watched the
perfect.
movie.
It was in the damn movie. And you know what? Things went wrong.
It's like when they shot that rocket off into the asteroid. I'm like, all right, okay.
Good luck.
Okay.
Do you know the trajectory it's going to take?
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
Here's an article from a psychologist on a formula designed to help people move through depression.
Okay.
They say to divide your tasks by 2. So I read a little bit more into the article. They say that there's a lot of patients that come to them that don't understand that depression isn't you feeling sad all the time. You feel empty all the time.
Okay.
It's something they say that depression manifests and causes people to, it divides by 0, as it says.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, there's people with depression that have a hard time going to work. They have a hard time doing their chores around the house. They have a hard time showering. They have a hard time brushing their teeth. They have a hard time getting out of bed.
Because nothing's
at
worth
all.
it. What is
Right.
the reason? What is the point for this?
So,
right?
Sometimes the next day they can get a week's worth done. So they get highs and lows.
Right. So what they're saying is to divide it by 2. So, okay, you need to work out today. Well, I'm so down. I'm so depressed. I can't do it. Okay, let's compromise. Divide by 2. Go out for a walk.
Okay. All right.
Sort of a thing. So it's taken in little chunks is what they're basically saying there. I kind of enjoyed that one. Want to get that word out there. There's a new study that shows tortoises have similar feelings to our own, and that's why I like tortoises.
How do they know this?
I don't know.
I mean, what is the study? Did you put on terms of endearment and broke down in tears?
Right.
I mean,
it's kind of weird that you have, like, I know they're not related. Well, they are to turtles in a way.
Well,
You're like a snapping turtle. That'll take your toes off or your fingers off or whatever the deal is. You get one of those giant mo, they just kind of wander around and they just want to eat lettuce.
Yep.
They don't want to bother anybody.
Just want to eat lettuce.
Yeah.
I do like the idea that somehow they figured a way to talk to him. It's just one of those really old ones. Like, I've seen a lot of things.
Right.
A lot like you humans.
In my day.
And it's like, is he smoking a cigar? It's like, he's 118. Let him smoke it.
A lot of time goes by. I've seen a lot down here.
All right.
They're letting them, the porpoises, do whatever they want in here in the water.
They start talking to him. He's just an old racist.
That's right.
It's the porpoises that ruin the ocean, you know.
We started letting them vote, and then all of a sudden the waters are full of garbage.
Now, look, my grandkids tell me just because it has a blowhole doesn't mean it's bad. But from my point of view, you got a blowhole on the top of your head. Get out of my water.
My niece Sally says she doesn't want to lay eggs, and I just think that this next generation's doomed. We're gonna go extinct.
Get me another whiskey.
Yeah. He drinks, and he doesn't drink your average, corporate whiskey. He makes his own.
Either that or he drinks something just gut rock awful. But in my day, it's all we had.
This got me through the Great Migration of 1880.
You count Jack and Coral.
I've never seen Canada.
I've never seen
I got a DUI.
Back in my day, Canada was too cold for us.
Now they won't let me in.
Couldn't
Right,
cross
it's
the
just like,
border.
oh, why did we learn to talk to him? We should have just watched him in the water.
Bad idea.
Oh,
Yeah, they gotta be depressing.
We stormed off that beach after we hatched like the soldiers of Normandy. Very few of us made it.
85% of us were eating.
Can tortoises swim?
Tortoises, yes.
Yeah, can they?
Tortoise.
The big ass ones that lived like 300 years.
Okay,
Yeah.
you know what? I don't know if they can, Miles.
I don't think they can.
I think they can breathe
No, they're-
underwater.
yeah.
We're thinking sea turtles here,
Right,
boys.
yeah.
He's right.
Sea
Tortoises have feet.
Right.
So do you think the tortoises,
They're essentially dinosaurs.
would they be more depressing than the sea turtle? Because only sea turtle I have a connection with is Crush from Finding Nemo.
Sure.
He seemed like he was in a good place mentally. You know what I'm saying?
I'm doing all right.
yeah, you're right. I was confusing him with the big sea turtle.
It's all right.
That's just the guy that lives on the land.
Well, I can't swim.
I'm the guy that gets
seen
high
all.
and watches animal shows, so I was just checking in.
You know what I can outrun? Nothing.
I've seen even more than the sea turtle.
Have you seen the comedian who was on Conan back in the day, and she acts like a tortoise eating lettuce?
Oh, it's so stupid,
No.
but you will laugh.
falling out of her face. Yeah, it's awesome.
A new study found that the concept of alpha male primates is a myth.
The guy that came up with the term said it's a myth.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about it before the show. It's like, right, the guy that wrote
The
the book
dude
on
who
alpha
invented the
males.
terms like it's not a real thing.
Right. Well, I'm an alpha guy, you're a beta guy, it's bull.
Yeah, I mean we've made it mean something.
No, you're just a
but
jackass.
it only applies to humans. It doesn't really apply to others.
Right. I mean, sometimes just look in locker rooms, right?
Yeah.
For the most part, right? Like it's all dudes.
Mm-hmm.
There's guys on the team that are better. But like that's one thing I like about a football locker room. Like there's no one guy, there's no one alpha male in there.
Right.
They're all pretty alpha males.
Right.
Right. And if everybody doesn't work together, none of it works.
You alpha
Leadership.
suck.
That's right. There's an article that takes a deeper dive into how artificial light at night damages your brain health and metabolism.
Cool. More bad news.
Yeah.
Why don't they just say if it's man-made, it's probably killing you?
That's-
And you know what? I'm okay with that. But can we stop nickel and diming me with every little thing that we've done that's making it bad? At this point, we're so brain damaged, poisoned, contaminated, and turned to toxins. Do we have any hope?
Right. Are we evolving beyond it? Is
Is our lifespan supposed to be 400 years? And all this crap that's going on took us down to 75?
Are we going to adapt to microplastics?
Possibly.
Right?
I mean, what damage is it doing now that they notice, other than noticing that it's in your blood?
Right.
So, and I think some of the phone screen time over the years will go down. It's kind of like that Gen Z doesn't drink nearly as much or party as hard. Like I think some of them are like, oh no, you can't have that much blue light. It's destroying you.
NASA is working on capturing an asteroid carrying enough precious metals that it has an estimated cost of, wait for it, $10 quintillion.
Back to Jeff Goldblum.
I have bad news. You're not going to capture it. You might be able to land on it and mine it. Very little. You're not going to capture it.
No.
That's one. Two.
Damn.
And I said this to Miles. I'm like, it's amazing to me. And look, I'm a space nerd and all this kind of thing. But I'm like, okay, so you say something's worth money. And we will send robots up there. We will hyper accelerate the program to go do this thing.
Of course.
But you ask on people if they have solar panels. So, like, if the things in space just hand you the thing, like sunlight just falls out of the sky and here it is, you're an idiot if you use that. But if it's a single rock floating,
We need the metals out that rock.
If it's dangerous to do the endeavor, we're like, hell yeah. If it's just on the house because the sun's just there, that's bad.
Like hydroelectric. You could put that at the bottom of the ocean, and where all those currents are. Even if it's high tide and low tide, going in and out. All you need is a couple of big generators.
Nope.
Also, you kill some fish. Whatever.
Yeah, but that stuff's not cool. Being like, I mine on asteroids.
You're right.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's NASA that says this. Obviously, that's what they do.
Yeah.
They like to go into space.
You guys' cars clean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I took her through the car wash last night.
Yeah,
What about inside?
There's a few empty cans of coffee cups in there.
Well, what if I were to tell you that there's some habits that you can do?
All right.
The Men's Room Top 10.
Not have kids.
Yeah.
The Men's Room Top 10.
10 things people who always have clean cars do. Simple. Cleanliness is next to godliness, right? Sure. So you've been gone, let's say out of town for a few days on a wilderness trip. Things get dirty quickly when you're off the grid, out in the cut. You'll no doubt have things to remove from your vehicle, like duct tape, a tent, even perhaps a dirty, stained tarp, a shovel that was clearly used for campfires, along with a bone saw and that piano wire. A quick trip through the car wash and some strong chemical cleaners ought to spiff up your nondescript SUV right away.
Criminy. Thank you, VD. So these are 10 things that people who always have clean cars do.
Yell at me because I'm their son. Just basing this on my father.
Okay.
You could perform an autopsy or heart surgery in his car and be less at risk of a contaminant than a hospital room.
Oh, no.
That dude, his car was spotless all the time.
And his doctor would let him perform that surgery in the back of his car, but not let you eat a Snickers bar.
I know, right? Exactly.
Bottom of the list, they say avoid smoking.
I don't smoke in the car.
Yeah.
Having been somebody that detailed cars, you could tell the ones that were smokers. Even if you couldn't smell it when you got in the car, it leaves a film all over the doggone place, and I had to scrub those windows 2-3 times to get all the doggone nasty off in there. Yeah, it says don't smoke, or at least don't smoke in your car.
But cars don't have ashtrays anymore.
They really don't.
Where's that cigarette butt going? Hopefully in a Gatorade bottle or somewhere else.
Right.
But not out the window on a day like today.
No kidding. They say watch what passengers bring into the car. If you want to keep your car clean, they think it's okay to be aware of what's getting into your car space. It's not about being rude, but just a quick check for excess dirt on shoes, messy bags, or containers won't hurt. While you're at it, make sure that your passengers take everything that they brought into the car with them when they leave.
Agreed.
Also, I'll just put this out there. It wasn't on there. I didn't quite consider, the dirt on their shoes. If you're getting into somebody else's car on a snowy day,
bang your shoes.
Tap your heels together real fast before you get in there.
Yeah.
Let's just keep the water damage to a minimum and all the mud and nasty that's on there out of their place.
Same thing at the beach. Go ahead and give those sandals a good clap before you get in the car.
Yeah, especially if they're slips. Yeah. Slip them right off. Look at that. You can keep your hands right outside the car. Use idling time proactively. Again, these are things that people always have their clean cars do. Stuck in a long light and a red light where you'll be there for several cycles of the light. That's a perfect time to proactively clean things up. Clean car drivers clean the dash as they're waiting. Parked in a parking lot, quick cleaning. They suggest that idling time also provides a great opportunity to wipe down the windows. A quick wipe down to the dash, console, door handles once a week keeps the grimy buildup at bay. Even a 5-minute touch-up makes a huge difference over time.
Just don't do it at that light.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
Especially
because
if you
you're not paying attention.
Right.
And look, if I have to beep at you a couple times, we need to get this thing moving. So don't do it there. Do it when you get to where you're going, then do it.
Right.
Pay attention to what you're doing when you're driving.
Exactly.
There's a good text here. It says, I saw a handwritten note in dirt on a back window, which we see a lot of times.
Yeah.
You wish your wife was this dirty.
Oh, no. Oh, no. They say avoid clutter. Clean car people treat their interiors like their living rooms. No eating, no mess, definitely no clutter. Of course, storage space is limited in the car, but you can always do as someone suggests to make sure that keys, pens, receipts, lighters, they get stowed in the glove box or other compartments prior to picking up passengers.
What is in your glove box? For me, I'm we go somewhere, I'm grabbing a handful of napkins. There's the owner's manual and napkins. That's about it. And I feel that we use the napkins as tissues much more often than the owner's manual.
I'm out of napkins at this point, but I used to collect them. I don't stop at fast food near as often as I used to. So ran out of those. I think there's a couple Taco Bell sauces in there, but there's a bunch of CDs
just in case.
Okay.
Yeah. And then there's pens, there's a roll of doggy bags and whatnot.
We have our pens are in the middle console with the gum. The napkins are in the glove box.
You'd be shocked.
Generally how it breaks it
Mine
down.
is insurance, registration, 3 napkins, and hand sanitizer.
There you go.
Good call.
And the reason is because when I got pulled over in Oregon, I had to go through all that crap to find.
Oh, right.
So I just wanted to make it easy. Like, if I'm going to get pulled over, I can just go, here.
You're going to get pulled over.
I know. Here you go, man. That's why I'm trying to make it easier for the officer. Yeah.
I keep my registration in the console next to me.
Because
I'm with you, just in case. I just want to be able to be like, here's my hands. All right.
I like to put it under the seat and say it's not a gun.
I like to put it in my waistband while I'm driving.
Don't worry.
Right. They say to use floor mats. Again, these are things that people who always have clean cars do.
Who doesn't use floor mats?
You'd be surprised.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Being a detailer, there was a number of cars that went through without floor mats.
Damn. I mean, they come standard and literally just leave them there.
Right. If you see somebody with a clean car in areas with rain, snow, or dirt roads, it's probably because they use all-weather floor mats. Using floor mats trap sand, mud, and water, which can be easily hosed down. And these also might be aftermarket ones. You know, the rubber ones really got big there for a little while.
Yep.
They're easy to clean off. Be careful when you grease them down, because then, your grandma can jump into your car and then slip on the floor mat.
Yeah, but I don't like grandma. It's cool.
Get a lot of ads for those, again, with some of the old man shows I watch.
Yeah.
That and the tack glasses.
You need these floor mats. The tack glasses. I've seen those.
Yeah, just like the military uses.
Vacuum the car interior weekly. They say vacuum the interior seats, floor mats at least once a week to combat dirt and crumbs. If you have floor mats, which you should if you want a clean car, remove them before vacuuming, because debris has a habit of collecting around the edges of the mats and getting ground into the fibrous floor property. It's just a good practice there. Obviously, manage trash. What will you do with that paper waste, apple core, and other trash that tends to pile up in a car? According to a cleaning expert, drivers can clean cars, with clean cars, remove trash, receipts, wrappers with every drive, and to keep from the car from getting cluttered up.
Yeah, like I don't drive far enough often to eat, but if I'm driving to Portland, I'll stop. But for some reason, the trash gets thrown out. But I can tell you right now, there's 3 empty bubbly cans just sitting there, soda waters.
Mm-hmm. Just haven't gotten to it yet. Keep cleaning supplies in the car.
All right.
When anything spills, a crumb settles into a crevice in the console, or you drive down a dusty road with a window open, you're at a loss if you don't have anything around to use to wipe it up. They say keep a microfiber cloth in the glove box ready to tackle dust before it settles. A quick wipe down of the dash console and door handles once a week keeps grimy buildup at bay.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I was driving, wasn't too long ago, but I had one of those coughs, was like, ugh, and I felt the phlegm come out of my mouth. But I just had the window rolled down, so I turned and go, but I rolled the window up.
No!
So now I got this creepy, crawly wall crawler, coming down, this big greener.
Big old loogie.
On the inside. I got nothing to wipe that thing off. I'm just looking at it God. What are you thinking?
Honorable mention, wipe up spills as soon as they happen. Yep. Which makes sense. And then they leave you with this one. The number one thing that people who always have clean cars do, or more accurately, don't do, avoid eating or drinking in the car.
Dude, I told you my father, and he was always anal about his car. I knew that. I got to the movies with my buddy. I don't know, 12 years old or something. He picks us up from the movie theater. I had a bag of peanut M&Ms. There were 3 M&Ms left in the bag. So I just kept them, because I'm still chewing them as my father picks us up. We hop in the car. We're riding back. I tip the bag up. All 3 go in my mouth. My father makes eye contact in the rearview mirror and says, Steven, if I find one goddamn M&M in my car, it's you and me. And anytime I said it's you and me, it's nothing positive. And I just remember thinking, bro, come on, man. Even if I drop an M&M, I can find it. Oh, yeah, you never ate or drank anything in
this
this car.
dad version of saying it's on site.
It's on site.
It is, man.
It's on site. A man was arrested right here at home in University Place for possessing drugs and explosives. Or was he?
Was he?
Tell you all about it at 5:50.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, have we made it to drinking time?
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to see Drink Test and Steve at Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. Before we get there, by the way, the text line's blowing up. Everyone's saying, put baby wipes in your car. That's actually a very good call. That's a very, very good call. One guy even says, my kid's 14. Doesn't matter. Baby wipes are useful for life.
They are. And Burt's Bees make some that don't smell as much like baby wipes.
That helps. Good on you. Thank you.
Hopefully it works.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. Today we toast 30-year-old Tony Rowe of somewhere in Ireland. Now, Tony is not what you'd call a pillar of society, but he is what you'd call, I don't know, a prolific drug dealer, as he has over 100 previous criminal convictions for drug dealing. Well, he was recently in court for a sentencing hearing involving his most recent drug conviction, and in spite of sitting in court for dealing drugs, our man Tony was caught selling drugs to another convict in the same courtroom. He literally sold weed and Xanax in front of the judge, but he ended up getting caught because he sold weed and Xanax in front of the judge. So he got sentenced for whatever he was on trial for, and now he has another court hearing coming up. Dude has over 100 convictions.
In the courtroom. In the courtroom.
They don't even know how he got the drugs in there. You understand? He had been in jail. Now they bring him
what he does
to court to get sentenced. So in theory, he had no real contact with the outside world. Who knows what he's doing there? But yeah, weed and Xanax.
Wow.
In the courtroom. Tony.
Come on, man.
Don't change a thing.
Tony.
So we pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy. Yummy. So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola bichola.
All right, it's going to get tested online now for Profile This, 206-803-ROCK. Profile This is next.
Hey, I'm gum disease. You may know me by my formal name, periodontal disease. No? I can't believe this. No respect. Same story everywhere I go. Over half of all adults in America live with me, and they act like they don't even know I exist. I mean, come on. Whole body health? I am gum disease. I am literally linked to almost every major disease. Diabetes, heart disease, Alzheimer's. You can't just ignore me.
Find a dentist near you committed to caring about all of you. Visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Fly Condor Airlines nonstop to Frankfurt and connect effortlessly to most European destinations. Relax and start your vacation in comfort. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today and book your next adventure.
Don't fight insurance companies' loan. Insurance companies have their claims adjusters and their lawyers trained to tell you no and to give you less. At Palace Law, our trained staff and team of trial lawyers turn no into yes and less into more. For 30 years, our only duty is to hold insurance companies accountable and to get you every last dollar you're entitled. Fighting for the injured on the job and off the job for 30 years. PalaceLaw.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
This summer, chill out with Klosstaller, the original game changer in non-alcoholic beer. Whether you're into crisp and classic, bold IPA vibes, or that fresh grapefruit twist, Klosstaller's got a flavor to match your mood. And hey, want to ride with the pioneer of non-alcoholic beer in a new way? We're giving away a custom Klosstaller beach bike. Just text BIKE to 833-426-1559 for your chance to win. Klosstaller, natural brewing, refreshing living. No purchase necessary. U.S. residents 21 plus only. Restrictions apply.
At California Psychics, we know that sometimes you can wake up thinking,
I don't know if I'm in the right career, or the right relationship.
But whatever your life dilemma, at California Psychics, we'll give you the guidance you need to feel certain about your life choices. And because we only connect you with the very best, we guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. California Psychics. Call 1-800-PREDICT today and get 20 minutes for just $20.
Hey, I'm gum disease. You may know me by my formal name, periodontal disease. No? I can't believe this. No respect. Same story everywhere I go. Over half of all adults in America live with me, and they act like they don't even know I exist. I mean, come on. Whole body health? I am gum disease. I am literally linked to almost every major disease. Diabetes, heart disease, Alzheimer's. You can't just ignore me.
Find a dentist near you committed to caring about all of you. Visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Fly Condor Airlines nonstop to Frankfurt and connect effortlessly to most European destinations. Relax and start your vacation in comfort. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today and book your next adventure.
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Stephen Thrill-Hill, could you please tell everyone on Profile This is played?
I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story. Something that happened right here on planet Earth. Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Trevor. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hello, how you doing all?
Hola! All right, Trevor, you understand how this here game is played?
I sure do.
Fantastic. Today, you have your choice of one of three categories. Today, we offer you interior decorating, where you guess the foreign object that ended up on the inside of someone. Animalize This, where you guess the animal responsible for causing the problem. And finally, today, License to Spill, where you guess the substance responsible for creating the mess.
Gonna have to go with interior decorating.
And as the song says, we are dealing with the butt. Now, my first question is, I just want to know where this man was stabbed, because why a nurse was even looking in that area, I will not know. However, 43-year-old Michael O'Neill, he showed up at a hospital in St. Petersburg, Florida, with a stab wound last month, and he needed emergency surgery. Cops have not released a lot of details. No one knows who stabbed him. No one knows why he was stabbed. He simply was stabbed. Now, while he was in surgery, a nurse found a little something in his rectum. Now, they took Michael to jail once he did recover, and he's facing charges. Now, the question is, what did he have in his rectum in the hospital that the police said, yeah, we need to arrest your ass on the backside of this? No pun intended. Was it as simple as drugs? Was it a gun? Was it gold, or was it $1,000 in cash? So drugs, a gun, gold, or $1,000 in cash.
It's Florida? Wow.
St. Petersburg, Florida.
So I can't say all four of them.
Well, in Florida, you probably could.
I mean, $100K?
$1,000.
Oh,
you wrote down 100.
What a keister! I was like, that's just physically impossible that he had $100K in there. There's no chance.
Well, I was gonna ask what you think, but now I'm gonna go with the gold. I'm gonna stick with the gold. I think he was, gold mining, gold digging.
All right. Man, I am not sure on this one. Like, drugs seems like the natural answer, but
sure.
Everybody does that. Who puts gold up there?
I'm just going to go with what I always hope it is. It's gun.
Okay. Hope that's a gun in your butt.
Based on the fact that he went to jail, my mind's either going to be gun or drugs. So I guess I'll take drugs. Okay. So what was in his backside there during surgery? Drugs, gun, gold, or $1,000? We'll find out next.
That was a tease.
You are listening to The Men's Room.
It's always been diet and exercise. Why not diet, exercise, brush, and floss? Or how about diet, exercise, brush, floss, and see your dentist for regular exams? It may not roll off the tongue, but there are far worse things that could be rolling off your tongue, right down to your heart. Like the very same bacteria that's linked to heart disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's, and more. And by the way, to find a dentist nearby, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today. And learn more about how oral health links to overall wellness so you can live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed. Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Fly Condor Airlines nonstop to Frankfurt and connect effortlessly to most European destinations. Relax and start your vacation in comfort. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today and book your next adventure.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
It's interior decorating on Profile This. We go to Florida where a man was stabbed, so he goes to the hospital. So he had to go in for surgery. All right, wherever he was stabbed. But something was found in his backside. Question is, did they find drugs, a gun, gold, or $1,000?
And Trevor, that is the very question that we posed to you. Let us begin with B. Ted Smith.
No.
I hate to let you down. It was not a gun, which was a guess. No. Trevor, you went gold, which has been a massive thing going on the last couple of years. People stuck mostly at airports is where they get busted. However, it was not gold. Miles, you went with the old tried and
Saying
true.
there's a chance.
Just said it was drugs.
Drugs.
Yeah.
Just seemed too simple, too easy for me.
I know. That's the only reason I put it up there. I can't remember. It was crack specifically, if you care.
Now for all TV news all the time for TV Time with Ted.
Whoopsie daisy. I left it all the way down.
And now, because your pathetic life
Happens
is
to the best of
confined
us.
to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
Funny man.
All right, let me take you back to 2020. COVID's going on. What is the whole world mesmerized by?
Tiger King.
Tiger King. So, Tiger King, we all know he's in jail. But also on that show, it kind of highlighted some other characters involved in this wild world of these animal people.
Yeah.
Right? One of those guys was Doc Antle.
Who is
Antle?
he? Do you remember him in the...
He was the guy that ran a farm in a different state, but he always, same thing, there was always like women with him, and his whole thing at his zoo was they had baby animals that you could always hold and pet.
Yeah. Okay.
So he obviously got brought up on some charges. Now he's facing 10 years in prison for trafficking exotic animals, money laundering, after he pled guilty in 2023.
He was the one that had the harem, wasn't it?
Correct. Yeah, good call.
Yeah.
That's exactly who it was. So basically, some other people with him in this court case pleaded guilty. They got kind of lenient charges, but I guess he's in more. They're not sure how many years he's going to get. They think he's going to get more time because there's him talking with federal agents about like how much does it cost to get a little what? Little baby monkey.
Oh, I thought you said like a little bag of Coke.
Yeah, the FBI was listening to Antle's phone calls with the informant as he explained a baby chimpanzee could easily cost $200,000.
Damn!
Wow. I had to go get a monkey, but the people won't take a check. They only take cash. So what do you do? Yeah, all those transcripts are in the court papers. Yeah, like I said, some of his employees already got in trouble. They've already been sentenced. I guess he was trying to move people into the country without having to either get their legal status. Look,
I can't wrap my head around $200,000 if I had $200,000 to spend, a baby chimp would be at the very bottom of my list.
Mm-hmm. There has to be a way somewhere in the amount that he was charging for people to go hold the baby chimpanzees that he was like, all right. Now look, I get it. It's hard to fight the urge, right? If somebody said right now, hey, there's a zoo with a baby tiger, you could hold it.
Sure. I get it.
But overall, and I just, those zoos seem to be a bad idea.
Yes.
Right?
Look,
And
man, a little baby kitty will mess you up. I mean, teeth are sharp, like a puppy. Claws are still there. They don't have the instinct. I'd be just as afraid to hold that than any other house cat.
Yeah, I mean,
not more.
The last time I got injured by a dog, it was just because it was a puppy and they have those razor sharp
And they're
teeth.
playing.
Yeah, like the puppy didn't know any
they
better.
don't know.
It's just
Be
a
like the
puppy.
lion that ripped off the woman's arm.
A lot like that.
It's like the baby rattlesnake. They don't know how much venom they're sticking into you to kill you.
Right.
The adults do.
Yeah.
Well, they don't give you as much.
Yeah, I don't
want you to die.
that show. There's one about how
should have
people
survived
survived
or should not have survived, whatever.
Right, and that was the same thing. They were out on a hike somewhere. It's like a group of 4 people. Happens to be like this dad with his daughter. His daughter's already like 21 or whatever. But same thing. They just go down to like a riverbank. She happens to take her hiking boots off. As they're walking back up the bank, she just feels a little pinch. Doesn't give it a second thought. But you're right. It was a baby rattlesnake, and it had injected her with basically all the venom it had in its little body. Yeah, she shouldn't have survived, but she did.
So how to rename that show? My Ass Should Be Dead.
Yeah.
Welcome back to My Ass Should Be Dead.
Well, I should call it Your Ass Is Dead.
Yeah, no kidding.
So again, another question. You go to baseball games. Everybody knows 7th inning stretch. You're going to play some songs, right? So if you grew up in the Baltimore area, you're always going to hear "Thank God I'm a Country Boy." But now, and it used to be the Cubs specifically. Harry Carey would sit there and sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Now I know almost every park does it, then plays another song. But thing is, Harry Carey was not a good singer. It sounds like half the time he was hammered. So you don't have to be a good singer. They bring celebrities in to do this all the time. So they brought in a girl from the Call Me Daddy podcast, Alex Cooper.
Yeah.
Now, she gets booed just the entire time. I think she's trying to sing it funny as opposed to just singing it naturally terrible. But as Mike plays this audio, listen, I mean, she's only about 2 bars in before the boos ring down.
Alex Cooper.
All right, Daddy Gang and Cubs fans, are you ready? You've never seen something like this before. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Bobby, something.
Here come the boos. That's a lot. She also had 2 of her friends with her in the booth. It seemed like she was trying to do a fake, like, Broadway thing. I will say in her defense, the one guy behind her in the booth who does this all the time, he's laughing hysterically.
Oh, I'm sure.
So I think he kind of gets the joke. But if you're just there at the game, you have no idea. And frankly, it's a massive podcast, but some of those massive podcasts have very specific fans. I don't know that the average Cubs fan is familiar with her.
Probably not.
And then it's just like, she's just making a mockery of your thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she got booed pretty bad. But you wouldn't call that singing inspirational, would you?
I would not, no.
All right. So I got a list for you of the most inspirational movies of all time.
Yeah.
All right.
Please get people fired up. Or I would say make you want to cry. Because I've looked at the list, I'm not positive. It's a thin line. It seems between inspirational and crying.
Okay.
15th on the list, they put The Grapes of Wrath.
Never saw the movie. I read the
Is that old school? I mean, that's going to be like, what, 40s, 50s?
It's got it, because it's about the Dust Bowl, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then let's find a bad story in a bad story. That is what Grapes of Wrath is.
Correct.
Yeah. Not a positive, uplifting thing. Inspirational? Man,
That's what
I don't
said.
know.
When you hear this list, you're going to go, is it inspirational or are we crying?
I don't believe that's inspirational, no.
Aaron Brockovich.
Didn't see it, but I know what the story's about, so that makes sense.
That seems a little more inspirational because she's trying to help people out and take down, the bad
Stand
corporation.
up to the big stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Bend It Like Beckham.
I never saw that.
I mean, it's a soccer movie. Bend It Like Beckham. It's right there in the name.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Coda. We talked about that one. That's for 2021.
Oh, that was the Deaf
CODA.
Family or something like that, I believe. The only reason I remember that vaguely from like the Academy Awards. I've never heard of it, but I believe like she's a musician. The rest of her family's deaf. She wants to kind of break out and do her own thing, but they've never really separated. I believe that's the gist.
So they couldn't tell her how bad she was.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Now, the next one, I know the 3 of us have seen it. I think Mike's probably seen it, but we also lived through it and remember it. Cool Runnings.
Oh, yeah.
That's the Jamaican bobsled team?
Correct.
Okay.
I did not see it.
You never seen Cool Runnings?
Nah, I haven't gone through that.
It's inspirational because they're not good.
No, wait a minute. Hold on. Wasn't there...
I guess that was the same year as like Eddie the Eagle. I cannot remember when that thing came out.
But that wasn't an act. Was that based on a true story?
Yeah.
It's absolutely true.
Okay, all right. Okay, I thought it was.
I mean, I can remember being somewhere right? Because, listen, until Cool Runnings came out, I did not know the background and how these guys, like one guy tried as a sprinter, but somebody tripped him, and the American that's helping him along. I'm just a kid, so I'll be dead honest. When we saw him crash, we just laughed. And it was like a big thing. Right. People were like, have you seen what happened today? And people would be like, the Jamaican bobsled team ended up upside down. Everybody's kind of like, well.
You need someone to steer it.
Correct.
So that's the key.
And after you see Cool Runnings, you recognize that they couldn't afford a sled, so they're buying used ones and everything else.
Yeah. Also, in theory, you're supposed to get out of the gate fast in that sport. The faster you guys can run and push that sled down and jump in. So in theory, this would be a smart play.
Yeah.
I mean, Herschel Walker attempted this. Do you guys remember that?
Correct. I think Herschel Walker made an Olympics.
He did. So just because he had that speed and that power.
Yeah, that's part of the movie.
It seems like, you know what I mean? They're not too far off on the formula. It just didn't work out.
Well, again, until I saw the movie, like I said, you didn't know all this backstory. Remember, it's 1993. There's no internet, right? Like, so it was just funny, like, oh, they have a bobsled team, and then they crash. Now, they do pick it up and walk it off, and everybody loves them, and it's a good way to fight through. All right, Forrest Gump. Not positive that movie inspired me.
No.
It's a great movie, but there's a lot of really sad parts.
I can see the inspiration in the sense of, like, look, this guy maybe didn't know any better, but he always followed through.
Yeah.
He always followed through. Whatever it is you said you're going to do, dude always followed through, right? He's a little more hyper unaware, I think, than the rest of us would be, but in theory, sure.
But every situation was not a positive situation.
They were terrible.
Yeah, every single one.
Friends getting gunned down, my girlfriend dies of AIDS.
Right,
I mean,
exactly.
it's like, Jesus, dude.
God, Vietnam.
Yeah, it's awful. I mean, the only real thing that was positive.
Maybe when he scored a touchdown for
Thank
Alabama.
you, at Alabama.
That's it.
Outside of that, pretty much everything. And he only got good at that because he was tired of doing throwing rocks at
he still
trucks.
he didn't even stop. He kept running out the tunnel. He was gone.
Yeah. So inspirational.
He ran away.
Most inspirational movies of all time. Let's jump around the list of one. Here's another one. Little Miss Sunshine.
How was that inspirational?
I just sad, I guess. Yeah. Same thing. They just kept going on with life.
I mean, like, it was, right. You want anyone to keep going on with life. That was, who was that?
I'm not thinking.
Steve Carell?
Steve Carell.
Okay.
Yeah, that was not an uplifting movie.
No.
I did not feel inspired.
I saw that at one of those, like, hey,
Great Canary.
It's warm outside. Let's watch this at an outdoor movie. And I remember leaving being like, I like outdoor movies.
You feel weird when you see the movie. I'm not inspired. I feel weird.
I wasn't inspired. That's what I'm saying.
Like, damn.
I guess I should say they have strength and perseverance. That's what the inspiration.
Sure.
Now, here's one. I'm 100% on them.
So did Apollo Creed. He died.
All right. Thank you.
Oh,
Rocky.
Jesus.
Rocky.
Oh,
Rocky,
dude, I watched the Rocky Marathon over the 4th of July weekend.
Yeah.
Did you?
Awesome. I couldn't get enough of it. I swear to God.
You know you're in a sports dead for a while.
Oh, no.
Like, I can't watch a whole movie. He's like, I watched them
Dude,
all.
I'm watching Stallone and just watching him work out. And Carl Weathers is just, I mean, those guys were, I don't care what, they were jacked. They were hitting each other. They were fighting. They actually looked like they were boxers. I mean, they did a hell of a job on those movies.
Also on the list, Legally Blonde, Hidden Figures, and then number one, A League of Their Own.
Okay.
Sure. No Rudy?
Miles, I don't want to get into it. Speaking of Rudy, if you're like me and you're jonesing for some sports and football, Quarterback Season 2 drops today on Netflix.
Okay. Thank you, Ted. We appreciate it. Headlines coming up next. You're listening to The Men's Room.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. Bears will break into a Connecticut home, and this time the fourth one is just right.
Yeah.
Never good when a pastor takes off all their clothes when you are mid-flight. Matt tells Pierce County cops that he is, in fact, not under arrest. Alpine hikers say by a rescue dog and a chihuahua. That is not what I would have guessed. And Pennsylvania police are on the lookout for who kidnapped Ronald McDonald. It is time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my cop.
Our top story. We stick right around here at home and head south to University Place, Washington, where authorities were called about a man lingering in a no trespassing area. Not a good start. Upon approach, the officers learned that he had a warrant out of a neighboring town and barely got the words out about the warrant before the man sprinted away, leading officers on a short chase before he tripped and was quickly put in handcuffs. He was informed that he was being put under arrest, but our man had the perfect defense, Ted.
All right.
He said, quote, "No, I'm not,"
Oh, that works every time.
It does, but
For a Jedi, yes.
So they didn't arrest him, I guess.
they did. Nope, they let him go.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Unfortunately, saying it didn't make it true, and he was indeed put under arrest. A search of his belongings didn't do him any favors, either, as drugs were found in his possession, as well as a firecracker that held enough explosive powder to qualify as an explosive device, and he was charged accordingly.
You're under arrest. No, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you can't have a tennis ball bomb or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah, you can't have...
Yeah.
I don't think even sparklers are legal down to that Tacoma area.
I just think of, obviously, having drugs, running from the cops, but, like, you had a firework in your pocket?
Right,
Somehow that seems like the dumbest of all the stuff you
doing,
did.
man.
He also had a gun.
Like, criminy. Just get it together, man. In other news, we take to the skies where some just can't handle the pressure. On a flight from Atlanta to San Diego, it's about 4 hour and 40-minute flight, all right?
Yeah, not the worst.
Not terribly long, but not the worst. Crews were alerted to a passenger having a difficult time on the flight. People aren't positive, but they suspect that the man may have been under the influence of drugs or alcohol at the time of the incident. I don't know why. But they said that he had a bit of a breakdown, repeatedly saying that he, quote, has to go home and has to see his family, and panicked bad enough that his only way of shedding the stress further was to shed his clothes.
Don't you do that? When I'm nervous, I get naked.
Right. Oh, no. I need to get out of these clothes.
No one's looking at me now.
The man began stripping naked, repeating that he had to go home. He had to see his family, and this was about 2 hours into the flight.
But come on, man.
We're well underway.
Yeah.
After about 30 minutes of crews and passengers attempting to calm and restrain the man, the decision was made to divert the flight to Dallas and take him off into the waiting arms of authorities. It's not known if he'll be charged.
Man, do not slow my flight. That's what pisses me off. Like, we don't need to calm him down. Hit him over the goddamn head with a bottle. Knock his ass out.
Wait a minute.
Tape him to the chair, and when we get where we're going, then he can go home and see his family. But hey, I got stuff to do.
The horror is passengers restrain naked man.
Yeah.
Right.
Now you're a cop.
That's why you get hit over the head with a bottle. Like I said, once you take your clothes off, hey, man.
Yeah. Right. We're not restraining. We're knocking your ass out.
Nope. Right.
He's kind of a big dude, though.
He was tall.
Yeah, he's pretty jacked.
Nah, he didn't look jacked.
You got him with a bottle. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I know it sounds
bad. Yeah, but you got some minis on an airplane.
Prosecco
Keep
bottles.
throwing them.
They got little Prosecco bottles. You can whack pretty good with
first
those
class. Go to first class.
We need one back.
We need the glassware, brother.
Do not open this can. I'm going to hit somebody with it.
Let's do it. Can we not take hallucinogenic drugs before a flight?
Or know how to handle it.
Right. Don't experiment on a flight. Know what you're doing.
Right. That's not the place to find out if you're good with this.
Right. God. We go to Pennsylvania where kidnapping is no laughing matter. Or is it? Local police posted to their social media pages asking for the public's help in finding a few thieves. The post features a photo taken from surveillance footage of the local McDonald's where the young folks in the video are believed to have taken the beloved mascot, a Ronald McDonald statue that resided in the restaurant. The post said, quote, "We're not clowning around. This was a full-blown McNapping."
So,
see, you're not taking it seriously.
We get it. Times are tough and therapy's expensive, but stealing a plastic icon of joy, that's a
the Ronald
McFelony.
McDonald was sitting on a bench. So kids can either sit on its lap or sit next to it on the bench.
Hey,
take a
kids,
picture.
always sit on a clown's lap.
So someone's got Ronald McDonald sitting in a chair in their living room.
They do. That would be funny, though. If you came over to my place, Miles, and I got Ronald McDonald on the couch.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah,
I get it.
I know why
It's
they
funny
did
for
it.
a minute. You go, what do we do with this?
No, what the hell do we do with this?
Yeah,
Put
I
him
mean,
on a
but
chair in the
again,
basement.
yeah, I mean, you have to assume they're 19, 20.
And they look like
Yeah.
they're kids. You know, if at best they're 25.
Who else is going to steal Ronald McDonald's statue?
Right.
But it's one thing to say he committed a crime, but then keep making jokes about it.
Right. This is no
He
laughing matter.
murdered someone. Like, no, look, guys, you can't crack a joke about it. Because now I don't feel like I've done anything wrong. He's wanted for McMahon-slaughter. Like, you know what I mean? Like, suddenly I don't care anymore.
McMahon-slaughter.
They might supersize it to McMurder.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, you're right. You put Mick in front of it.
That's just like,
Oh, so are they supposed to think it's a real bad crime when you're making jokes?
Right.
No.
You can't open it saying we're not clowning around, clearly making a reference to Ronald McDonald, and then make a bunch of doggone Mick jokes.
He made McTerroristic threats. Right? It just minimizes everything.
We'll catch this guy in a flurry.
Right.
No. But just in case those stories up to bad taste in your mouth,
Thankfully, there's good news.
you guys may recall the story I had yesterday of Lucas, the Yorkie that led authorities in Spain to his owner that had fallen down an embankment.
Yes. He didn't tell you Luke is also pushing down.
Well, it appears he's now an influencer as we go to Switzerland. A man was hiking the Phi Glacier along with his long-haired chihuahua. Side note, interesting choice to hike with.
Long-haired chihuahua.
Long-haired chihuahua. It's
to hike with.
Right.
I feel protected.
On a glacier. It's snowing out there.
Yep.
It's wild. Let's see here.
Man, I assume he's got to be picking that thing up.
He had the misfortune of a bad step that sent him plunging 26 feet down into a crevice. He radioed for help, and it was received, but rescue teams had difficulty finding him due to the size of the small size of the hole that he fell into. And that was when they spotted the man's chihuahua.
Wow.
Yeah.
I pushed his ass down there.
He fell through a crevasse.
Yes, he did.
Did not have a beacon on.
No, he didn't.
And he was hiking alone with his dog.
He was.
This guy's an idiot.
A chihuahua at that.
Well,
long-haired.
Right.
Long-haired chihuahua.
He didn't have a phone. He had nothing.
He had a walkie-talkie.
He had a walkie-talkie.
He had a walkie-talkie. So he had some way to get a hold of people.
Oh,
just
man.
no way for them to find him if he fell into a
hiking on a
giant
glacier
crevasse.
by yourself is just a death wish.
It is.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
It is moronic. It absolutely is. But
and get a Papillon, dude. You got like a knockoff version.
Be a man.
Yeah, be a man. Get a Papillon.
Anyway, the Chihuahua was sitting right next to the hole, helping crews find the man. He was safely extracted out of the hole, and the dog is another that is being hailed as a hero, though they didn't give us the name of the dog. You can't say this dog's a hero and not tell us what the damn dog's name is.
Good point.
Fair.
That's my side of things.
Because we have Lucas.
Yeah.
And then this guy.
This long-haired Chihuahua.
Long-haired hippie-ass dog.
Men's Room Sports. You've got more Summer League basketball over on NBA Network on ESPN. And the Mariners have their first of three against New York, currently underway over en route. As far as your weather, we got a little break from the heat coming up here. Clouds are moving in tonight to bring things down to 60 degrees. And they will stick it around to make tomorrow a dark, cloudy day, topping out right around 70. And that's it for your headlines. With that, Mike Hawk is out.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time for Who Sucks Less. The lovely Jolene's coming up next.
Yes, indeed. It's all true. But in the meantime, well, we be all about this bitch. So until next time, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network.
Oh, man!
A Double Flush production.
Hey, I'm gum disease. You may know me by my formal name, periodontal disease. No? I can't believe this. No respect. Same story everywhere I go. Over half of all adults in America live with me, and they act like they don't even know I exist. I mean, come on. Whole body health? I am gum disease. I am literally linked to almost every major disease. Diabetes, heart disease, Alzheimer's. You can't just ignore me.
Find a dentist near you committed to caring about all of you. Visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, it's easy to connect to vibrant destinations across Europe. Whether you're sipping espresso in stylish Milan or raising a stein at Oktoberfest in Munich, Condor makes your journey just as enjoyable as your destination. With spacious cabins and relaxing service, your vacation starts the moment you board. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
You don't just live in your home. You live in your neighborhood as well. So when you're shopping for a home, you want to know as much about the area around it as possible. Luckily, Homes.com has got you covered. Each listing features a comprehensive neighborhood guide from local experts. Everything you'd ever want to know about a neighborhood, including the number of homes for sale, transportation, local amenities, cultural attractions, unique qualities, and even things like median lot size and a noise score. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Oh, hey.
Hey, thanks for meeting me here. It's just, you're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion. Do you see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there? That's all I paid for it.
Let me get back to you on that. Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on all Hyundai Santa Fe models. And check out our other great deals at your Hyundai dealer today. Offer ends September 2nd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.